All personnel, clear the launch platform. All personnel, clear launch platform. Disneyland is your land.
The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Disneyland is your land.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello, and hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 212. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, however it is, and whenever it is you are joining us. We very much appreciate it. My name is Mark, and one of the co-hosts here of the LTP. Sitting to the right of me is the Trailmaster of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sitting to the left of me via FaceTime is Becky.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Becky. Yeah.
It's nice to talk to you guys.
Nice to talk to you, too. This is our first episode of 2025, and we have special guests in the LTP lounge today. And then going counterclockwise here, sitting to the left of me, beyond Becky, is our friend Joey.
Hi, guys. How's it going? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Joey. Thank you for stopping by the LTP lounge.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the invite. Glad to be here.
Yeah, of course. Any time. And then sitting directly across from me is our friend Jacob.
Hey, everybody. Happy to be back. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming in, man.
Absolutely.
Marcus was supposed to be here today, but Marcus has got some other stuff going on. But next time, Marcus, you are definitely coming in.
Yeah.
We need to talk to you and get in touch with you. How's everyone doing for the new year?
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. For those of you tuning in for the first time, this is the beginning of our 9th season, episode number 212. Today's show is sponsored by you, the listeners. We make it super simple. If you go to leavingtodaypodcast.com, we have a new layout there. There's a support tab on there where you can go in and go to Patreon, and also we have merchandise. You can support us via our TeePublic shirts as well. And again, if this is your first time listening to us, we think you'll find the water to be warm. We like to think of your best Disneyland friends you haven't met yet. Those people that talk about Disneyland all the time and have their, thoughts. That's kind of us. And we are a very real podcast. We like to just call it as we see it. So if this is your kind of thing, then welcome. And for all of you family members, hey, welcome home. Yeah. Cool. So anyways, if you do support us on Patreon, you do get to be on the show. We give you some swag and all that good stuff. All right. So today we're going to talk about 2025 predictions. And we sent that out to Instagram. So I have a couple, maybe 3 responses from folks. So we're going to talk about that as well. And I'm sure Joey and Jacob will actually have theirs, I'm guessing, hopefully. If not, you guys can leave right now.
All right. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great show, everybody.
Great for the pre-chat.
Today's show should be sponsored by Dutch Bros because 3 out of 5 are drinking Dutch Bros. Becky and I are the only ones drinking not Dutch Bros. All right. Maybe I should talk to those guys and see about getting a little sponsorship.
The one right around the corner.
Sorry, Mark. I should have grabbed you one.
No, it's fine. I don't care. All right. So, opening question from Jacob and Joey. I think they both have one. We do not know what the question is, so let's get to it.
No.
Jacob.
My question was, so you guys have done in the past, what is a actor or actress that you would like to go to the parks with?
Yes.
So mine is, what are some characters, not just meaning Disney or anything, in all of movies and TV shows and stuff, what is someone or somebody or a group or whatever that you would like to go to the parks with?
Current?
Whenever.
A group that we would like to go to the parks with. And it's,
Either a single person, a group of people, from a show, movie, whatever, that you would want to go to the parks with.
Oh.
Because I was thinking of who I would want to go to the parks with, and if anybody watches Impractical Jokers, I would love to go to the Disneyland with them.
Doing
Okay.
challenges.
Doing all the challenges and everything.
That's pretty solid.
That would be fun.
That's a great question.
That is a really good question.
You know, it's difficult for me because I watch a lot of different shows, but I don't watch that many. Many of the new things that that come out lately have been hot garbage, so I don't watch it. But that being said, I would go with probably the cast of How I Met Your Mother because I watch that show a ton.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
What do you think I was going to say?
Another show that.
I'm going TV shows because I could go into movies. I could go a lot, but I want to go a little bit off to the left over here a little bit. How I Met Your Mother would be great. Or this one's a shout out for 13, the cast of Friends.
Oh, the friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
The one at Disneyland.
Yeah.
What?
The one at Disneyland. Exactly. You got it. Yeah.
I feel like How I Met Your Mother, that could maybe really happen if Neil Patrick Harris is listening to this.
Yeah. I know MPH.
Oh, that would be fun.
Shout out MPH.
Yeah, he would be so fun.
Hashtag.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, he's the man.
He's the bro.
See, I thought you were going to say the guys from Psych.
No, that would be fun too.
Those guys would be a riot.
Oh yeah. And I just watched the third movie the other day. That came out, years ago now, but yeah.
Can I say the cast from like Breaking Bad? Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Well, okay, but here the thing is though, if they're going in character, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, the characters, not the actors and actresses. Yeah, you want the characters.
Like, actually, as the character.
Yeah.
So you got Walter White.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
Gonna wait for mine.
We've been. Yeah. I think is we've been watching Shrinking on Apple TV. Have you guys seen that?
No.
No.
With Jason Segel and Harrison Ford, and that cast, I would actually love going with those guys because the show is so entertaining to me. It's funny, but it's not always funny. It's got a good message, but I think I'd have a great time with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford and the rest of those guys. So I'm going to go with the cast of Shrinking. Nice. It was either that or the 49ers offense.
Injured or uninjured?
Okay, that's good.
Uninjured.
Okay,
I want, because those guys seem like their
If
characters.
they're injured, though, you might get to the front of the line.
Oh,
there you
solid
go.
point. Solid point.
No, you could go with Kittle. Imagine going to the park with Kittle.
Kittle would be awesome,
It would
dude.
be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That guy's a character. I like him.
Yeah.
He'd be like a jokester.
Yeah.
And he would be wearing Mickey ears. You know it.
100%.
Oh, no.
You know
For
who,
sure.
You know who I'd like to go with if we're talking sports?
The Raiders.
No, Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You for sure.
Oh my God, I'd love. Max, clear me a lane. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Awesome.
Kind of side tangent, but remember a couple years ago, Burns from the Sharks?
Yeah.
When he was, they had the hockey awards in Orlando.
Yeah.
And then, that was the year he got named Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
And then he went with his kids to Magic Kingdom, and he's like, the kids all had hats. He's like, I like this Mickey pirate hat. So he bought a pirate hat. Little girl walks up to him and asks for a picture and autograph, and he thought, because I'm, Burns from the Sharks, and she thought he was a real pirate.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's so cute.
If you guys do not know him, he had a big beard and 4 teeth, and he looks like a pirate.
Oh,
So.
he
Oh my gosh,
I have
that's
no idea
so cute.
Burns, he's amazing.
Yeah, stud.
Still playing. He's with Carolina now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doesn't look the same, though.
No.
Okay, so what about you
want,
two?
Becky?
I'll let Becky go. Unless
Okay.
she's not ready.
Elphaba and... No, I'm just kidding.
The cast of Wicked.
Yeah, that's it.
No, so real talk. I would like
Real
to
talk.
go with Lorelai and Rory Gilmore from Gilmore Girls.
Oh, yeah.
That would be my crew. Actually, I would even want Emily Gilmore too, because I feel like it would be fun of just seeing her be, kind of snooty at everything.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, throw in Happy Gilmore. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, part 2 coming out.
Yeah. I'm in for that one. No, I got blessed, and I'm air quoting blessed with being forced to watch Gilmore Girls. Turned out to be better than I thought, but I'm like, oh my god, I do not want to watch this program.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
I
my
feel like
roommate at
it's
the time was like, you're
yeah,
watching it.
it's good. Uh huh.
Could you keep
My
up with how
fave.
fast they talk, though?
You're like, no.
That's
Oh, my.
solid.
That's a good one.
okay, Joey.
Ah, man. This was really hard to think of because, like, there's so many people, but for some reason, I was actually, before Udi said How I Met Your Mother, I was just thinking Barney Stinson. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know why, for some reason, the main crew from the movie Swingers,
Oh, jeez.
early John Favreau and Vince Vaughn, plus the guy that's name was Sue, and then their one buddy that was also an actor. Yeah, I could picture him in other lands, like, hey, let's go over. We're in Adventureland.
Yeah,
Let's go to
Yeah.
New Orange Square. Yeah, this land's dead anyway. So. I just like to see them like trying to hit on the girls at DCA.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be funny.
That answer is so money, Joey.
It's so much. Yeah.
That was a great show, a movie. Yeah.
This is a good movie.
Classic.
Cool. Well, very good. Well, and you had an answer, right? You started off.
Mine was the Jokers, because if it,
Oh,
if it
yeah, that's
wasn't
right.
them, I'd want to go with
Josh Allen.
Michael Scott.
Oh my. Oh,
Oh
Office.
my gosh,
Office.
yeah.
Just him, though, mainly.
Oh, I forgot about The Office. Now it's up in my mind, and then
Yeah.
we can say
It makes
Seinfeld.
your head race.
I
Yeah.
feel like almost the whole cast of The Office would be fun.
Oh my
like,
gosh,
like
yeah.
The whole Office day.
You got Jim messing with Dwight the whole time, and
Yeah, and like Toby just in the back, walking down in this trail.
Hey guys, I want to watch Great Moments of Mr. Shut up, Toby.
Toby, you're the worst.
Okay, Joey, did you have an opening question?
Oh man, I don't know. I can't top that one. That was a great
Well,
one.
we're not having a competition here. We're just
I
having a
know.
conversation.
If you can't come
Let's
with the
see.
A game, then don't.
Let's see.
Then don't talk.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Man.
I'm kidding, Joey.
Do you feel that?
No, I'm kidding. I was
Do you
not
feel
talking.
that?
Yeah.
She whipped you through the internet, right? She's right next to you and went whap.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug her.
I know.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to do too cliche. I'll do a mid show question.
Oh, it could be cliche.
We don't have them.
We don't have a Michelle
We
question.
don't have mid-show questions.
Oh, okay.
Just do it. Just cliche. What is it? What is your favorite restaurant? Right?
Okay, no. So this is a Downtown Disney. They're doing a lot
Sure.
of new restaurants and new shops in Downtown Disney.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you had the choice to pick your own, like what you would like to see, I know this has probably been mentioned in the past. I think we've talked about it in the
Yep.
past, but
Yep.
what would you add to the new and improved Downtown Disney? P.S. I'm excited for Portos.
This is a great question, honestly, because I thought about this as an opening question today, because we're going to talk about Downtown Disney in our news. And in fact, Parkside Market, I think, it's soft open now.
Yeah.
So it's just going to tie into all that. So are you asking for a store or a restaurant or both?
Either or.
Anything.
Like anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
we get one answer. One.
no, whatever.
Okay, so I've been clinging for this for a long time. Is that I think so?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
What am I going to say, Becky?
Are you gonna say the Indiana Jones themed
Yes,
restaurant?
I am exactly
I knew
because
it. That's a good one.
the Jock Lindy's thing in Disney Springs. I know you guys haven't been. I know Joey has.
Yeah, love it.
I was blown away by thinking, why don't we have something like this in downtown Disney and make it a destination place? Like, oh, downtown Disney is a unique place with different shops that you just can't experience anywhere else. So a themed restaurant where should be in the Rainforest Cafe because it's already built like that.
Exactly.
They should have changed it.
Yeah, if you said this is going to be Indiana Jones, I go, yeah, this tracks. So have like that with special, have a bar and a restaurant with specially themed things. That would be awesome for me.
Yeah,
that would be
It'd be
amazing.
that Jock Lindy's already established, but keep it in themes though, like Sala's Canteen.
Oh,
or,
sure. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
I like that.
I like that.
I think it would
Always
be
have.
so popular.
Yep.
Oh,
it
yeah.
would. It would.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get in. Well, you would be, but I
You
that's
have
what.
to make reservations 60 days in advance.
Yep.
For
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
As much as we're all like Star Wars fans here, I don't think that store should be at Downtown Disney because it takes away from the exclusivity of the merchandise in Galaxy's Edge,
Correct.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
No, you're
I
right.
agree. Yeah, 100% agree on that.
Yep. You already know mine, so
Well, go ahead, Jay. Jacob doesn't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know it. What is yours?
You want some sort of Dixon store there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dixon store. Okay.
I would walk in there every time and walk out with something every time.
I would love to see that.
Every time.
Dixon mouse ears on the hats.
Yep. I'd actually wind up buying a pair of mouse ears. Little plaid ears.
Okay. So a Dixon store.
No, that's what they need to do. Then they could do an exclusive plaid Dixon and going off of the plaids that they already have.
Like
There you
Vans.
go.
That's cool.
Like their Vans line. and stuff.
Well, yeah, we talked about that on the last show.
Yep.
But what collab? Okay, so you want Dixon? I want Indiana Jones restaurant and bar. All right.
Or bar and restaurant.
Or bar and
There
restaurant.
you go.
Yeah.
I like that order better.
Ooh, but where would the Dixon store be? That doesn't matter to you?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Doesn't
Like
even need to be
anywhere
that
on
big.
there?
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be that big either.
Okay.
Because the current store, their only store, isn't that big either. It's not. It's probably as big as your house.
Okay.
So like a Dixon cart next to the corn dogs.
Not that small.
All right, Jacob. And I'm not going to allow a Buffalo Bills pro shop. Okay.
West Coast Mafia.
Yeah. Yeah, West Coast Mafia.
I mean, it would be sports related. I'd want like maybe like a restaurant that had to deal with like mainly just like sports related stuff.
You mean like the,
almost like a zone? Maybe
Like-
ESPN can do it.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Tried and failed.
Where you go watch multiple games.
Yes.
Yeah.
See stat lines.
And the roof can be a baseball diamond. Yeah.
And even when you're using the bathroom, you can watch.
Yes.
In front
I
of
know. It would be awesome
Yep.
if they had something like that.
Sure.
It's so
Fox Sports?
great. There you go. They could buy Fox Sports.
Okay.
No, I would actually like a sports themed restaurant back. I know everybody didn't like ESPN Zone for some reason, but I actually liked it. And
The food was crap. That's why.
Yeah, the food wasn't good.
oh, I liked it.
Okay. Oh,
I like
well,
the
no,
burgers.
but you know
They had
that's
decent
okay.
burgers.
Yeah, I had a hot dog one time there, and it
Yeah.
was actually really good. And I had other things there, but
Nobody is judging you. This is a safe space.
you guys say that, but
I used to go there.
I was just-
I used to enjoy going there.
Oh, did you, Becky?
Yeah,
for
I
yourself.
liked it. I thought it was fun.
for all those games you liked watching.
I didn't know you liked watching games.
Well, I mean, I don't that much, but I still like the atmosphere
Mhm.
of like sports
Yeah.
lounges or sports bars, even if I'm not into the game.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
'Cause I always thought they could bring it back, but just scale it down. It didn't need to be
It did,
that
it was
big.
huge.
Yeah.
It was way bigger
Yeah,
than what it
yeah,
should
just
have
a
been.
smaller.
Because it was cool watching the games out on the jumbotron outside with
Mhm.
people just high fiving people they didn't know.
Oh yeah,
and
especially if it's
stuff.
like a big game going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was kind of cool to sit there and have that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So you want ESPN Zone back?
ESPN Zone 2.
Oh, two. Okay.
The Ocho.
The Ocho. The Ocho.
But
So
I
you-
went all random
I like
sports.
oh yeah. The Ocho. Jeez. Okay.
With copies of OSQ out front?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's reel it back in.
Yes,
Joey.
Big Daddy. So they slightly kind of got this now with the new Marvel or Avengers store, but I always thought it'd be cool if they had like not a full out like comic book store, but something where they can sell like Funkos and
I brought that up before.
Yeah.
Mhm, I've heard you
different
say
just
that
like
much.
but not just Funkos, but whatever collectibles and hot
culture
toys
stuff.
and pop culture, yeah. And it doesn't have to be all like Disney related, just
Mm.
but something like that. And they actually, I won't even mention it because it's a different theme park, but they had something like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But you guys all know that, and I guess we all kind of are here, but fans of craft beer.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of areas in the Orange County area that we've actually done the Happiest Brews on Earth kind of tour on our beer podcast with the
Okay.
breweries around. Anyways, having kind of like a tap house at downtown Disney that has a lot of the local Orange County, Huntington Beach beers and stuff. So I think just like a little, not. I know they got Ballast Point and
Mm.
Black Tap, but
yeah.
just having the
Like a local only type of thing.
where they have
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so
That'd
they're
be cool.
because Anaheim actually has a lot of great breweries, very close to Disneyland.
Yeah. At the packing district, they've got one there, right?
Well,
Right.
even before that, they got. I mean, I'll shout a few of them out: Noble, Monkish, Unsung. They're kind of by the Packing District. There's a Villains Brewery.
Yeah, Villains. How was that place?
So it's decent. It's a cooler experience because it's like totally outdoors and stuff. And the beers are pretty good, and the food is really good actually. So it's a good spot, and it's close to that Packing District area.
Okay.
Is everything villain themed or something there?
Kind of.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool, and they have a great selection. Whatever year will quench your palate, but to have something like that, because a lot of people still don't get, 5 minutes from the Disneyland Resort, understandably.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
So to have something like that, because they have a lot of those breweries actually kind of popping up in DCA now. You'll see like a lot of those in even like LA and San Diego beers popping up. But to have something at Downtown Disney, I think would be cool. And you can even incorporate it with like a sports bar showing a lot of sports events.
Oh, heck yeah.
So
Nice.
We'll put ours together.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, beer and sports? That
Wow.
would never.
What a concept.
I know.
$1 million idea.
We're going to be pioneers in this.
Go down, nobody.
Okay, Becky, did you have? It's your turn.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, mine is kind of sports related. I like a golf shop, but that is all the shirts and everything are just like Disney themed. So you can get like Disney themed polos and even covers for your clubs that are all Disney themed.
You got big
I
ears
think
on your
that'd be
clubs.
cool.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Now that would be cool.
That would be
because
sick.
they have like scattered golf apparel throughout the parks.
Yeah, they do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like if
Yeah,
you-
like something where everything is all together, and I would like that.
Because I got a Nike Star Wars golf hat.
Yeah.
that I got at Tomorrowland.
Mhm.
But if you didn't know it was a golf hat, you wouldn't know. Like, oh, this is a company hat.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it would also be incentive because my husband would want to go all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
see what you're working with.
Tell them they do not have online shopping. You gotta go.
Yeah, exactly.
No, in-store exclusive.
Mm.
We cannot buy it online.
I like that.
There
Yeah.
you go.
That'd be a good one too. An all in-store, like you can only get it there. I mean, we're
yeah.
talking apparel,
Yeah,
merch,
I would
whatever.
love that.
You cannot get it anywhere. And then they would limit the quantities of 2 per.
Yeah. They kind of
Oh,
had
yeah.
something like that in Disney Springs like years ago. Because I got like a Disney golf hat and like the little line in the D was like a T.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, they used to have that 18-hole golf course
Where?
at the Disneyland Hotel.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
they did?
it wasn't a full one. It was like kind of a mini one. But
Oh,
they had
par 3.
Yeah, a par 3. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That was before California Adventure and everything.
Yeah,
I'm guessing,
yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like would have been like where the backside of like the KOA and the campgrounds
Yep.
Oh,
were.
were you? Would
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wish that they still had a campground.
Me too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, you guys would use that a lot, I would imagine, Becky.
Yeah, we would.
Oh, we got a flat tire. We can't leave.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, sorry about that.
They said 3 days for the parts. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, very good answers. Very good questions. Actually, thank you for submitting those questions to us. Otherwise, it would have been like, what's your favorite corn dog? Okay, so we got the news, and then we have our predictions. Yeah, so you guys ready to go to the news?
Yeah.
News
All right, let's go to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
All right, before we get to the news, I got this silly book for Christmas from my dad. It just says awesome facts for Disney fans, and just some random facts that I haven't even barely looked at it, but it's kind of interesting. So I'm just going to pick a random page.
Okay.
Shout out to those who still make books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this called? Awesome facts. Okay, this is strange. Okay,
Who wrote it? Give proper credit to the author.
It's written by Lisa Marie Bopp.
Okay.
Okay.
I was hoping Presley.
Oh yeah, no, not her. It says "Witching Hour" is the name of this topic. It's only a small paragraph. Unfortunately, sometimes things go wrong in the process of building a theme park or individual attraction. This was also the case during the construction of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney World. Regretfully, a worker died in the process and has since been the cause of ghost rumors in the park. A small ritual has even developed among the remaining employees. Every evening when the park closes its doors, the employees say goodbye to their deceased colleague and wish him a good night. This is a superstition amongst the employees that this protects them from possible further accidents.
Wow, interesting.
I never knew
That's
that.
cool.
Wait, in Disneyland proper?
World.
Okay.
It's just
I want to know
interesting.
the dude's name now. Now I got.
I don't know. But there's a whole collection of weird facts like this, so we'll go through those during the course of this year.
And once again, what's the author's name? Just
This is called Awesome Facts for Disney Fans, the unofficial collection by Lisa Marie Bopp.
very cool.
BOPP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, amazing trivia for young and old fans. Perfect for us.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's probably like a ton more stuff like that.
I mean, I like some of those stories Jess has told you guys or told all of us, but where what is it on Matterhorn, or what ride is it where the lady where
Dolly.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And you got to like say, hey, knock it off, Dolly, and then you can ride the elevator again or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy.
Right,
So
right.
this is not that far off.
No.
Yeah, I've heard some stories too from a friend that worked in
Food?
no the
You go, you move, you make it
Oh,
like
no,
a
I'm
like
sweeping.
a,
Sorry.
oh yeah, sweeper.
Oh, sweeper.
but maintenance, not maintenance. Anyways, but I've heard some stories inside like the tiki room. Yeah, inside like the tiki room bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
like where the barbecue used to be, and I mean, yeah, that's a whole other show.
Oh yeah, right.
Halloween show.
Halloween show,
Yeah,
yeah.
Halloween
spooky.
episode.
Is it too soon to start planning for Halloween?
Not if you're Disney.
Oh my gosh, I know, right?
We're gonna roll out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Oogie Boogie pre-sale tickets are coming up soon. Jeez.
Now I got a headache. Okay.
All right, here we are. First quarter of 2025. Here's the first news of 2025. First look at Parkside Market sign opening soon. And there's an asterisk there because actually it is open as we are speaking. Opening soon at Downtown Disney. Downtown Disney District shared a photo of the sign for Parkside Market, a new group of culinary concepts by Levy Restaurants opening this winter. It's actually open now. Shared on the Parkside Market Instagram, the mid-century style sign features 4 yellow circles on a large arrow shape with blue 4-pointed stars. In the background, a Parkside sign is visible on the building's marquee. The businesses listed in the circles are The businesses listed in the circles are Vista Parkside Market, Soul Sister, Sip and Sunder, and Gigi's, which I think is chicken. The Vista Parkside Market will be a second-story bar offering views of the district. Its signature craft cocktails and mocktails are crafted with local ingredients and artful garnishes, of course. Guests can also order from the Parkside Market menus with full service right to their table at the bar. So actually, this is a little bit interesting what you're talking about, Joey, about a little bit of a tap house. Maybe this is what this is, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember reading about it. I should have read deeper, but it sounds awesome. Minus the mocktails. Nobody cares about those.
Yeah. Soul Sister is a fast, casual, modern eatery serving Korean-style bowls. Sip and Sunder serves lattes, fresh treats, and frozen drinks in small bites. And Gigi's Chicken Shop will have chicken sandwiches, salads, and classic dinner table sides. Yep. So I'll check that out when I go down next week to see what things, see how it is. Do a little live from there, maybe. When are you going next, Joey?
The end of the month
Okay.
for the
And
Sharks
something
fan,
too.
but Ducks Day.
Oh.
Oh, is it does say that they have their own Instagram, right? Parkside Market. So if anyone wants to follow them,
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. They do have their own, and I think Downtown Disney has theirs too.
Yeah.
So I guess Udi's gonna check it out right now.
But I love that they're bringing a lot of really good food back to Downtown Disney. I'm still a little miffed on what they did at Jazz Kitchen, just because I miss the old Ralph Brennan's look and everything. But,
Yeah.
but everything that they're bringing really cool, and I mean, I love the design, the mid-century that's kind of popping up around Downtown Disney. Looks like in a little Shag piece, if you're a fan of Shag.
It
so.
totally does, right?
Yeah.
Even McBiff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. No, you're right, and I dig this food hall concept, which I think this is what it looks like.
yeah. On their Instagram, I see a picture of Soul Sister, like some food from there, and it looks really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and check it out to see what's going on. But I'm glad they're doing this. All right.
What
Any other-
exact spot is that downtown? Is that like right after you would get? Is that about where you'd be at Tahoe Joe's and stuff? Or not Tahoe Joe's?
Or
No, this is.
Sorry, my not-
Joe's.
Tortilla Joe's.
No,
No.
it's-
Sorry.
Go
Further.
ahead, Becky.
Oh no, you could go ahead. I was just gonna say further down, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, just past the Lego shop.
Yeah.
And if you're going towards the Disneyland Hotel, it's going to be on your left.
Oh, okay.
So there's grassy, there's stage there. That used to be the Olympic-sized swimming pool back in the day. Or that whole area.
Wow,
Yeah.
Jeez.
And so that AMC theater's all gone, as we know. And so it's back there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this upstairs bar, though, I don't know what view they're really going to have. Except maybe it's going to be overlooking the park, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean the grassy
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they're doing like music and entertainment there, that 'cause
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
I was wondering how come it was facing
Yes.
away from downtown Disney, but
Yeah.
now that makes sense.
Right. I had the same thought. I'm thinking, okay, well, they must know something that we don't.
And it keeps the crowd from clogging the walkway too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, on the Instagram too, they're like reposting stories of people's drinks and stuff, and they look really good. Like here's like a lemonade one.
Oh, that looks really
They
good.
look-
Oh, she's.
Yeah, they look like big drinks too. Sorry. Oh wait, let me go back to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
And there was a.
So Becky, oh yeah, that was cool. Do you think this is something you're going to go to with your daughters, or just do you think no? Yes.
I think I would check it out. I actually think for me it would feel like more of a relaxed atmosphere to go do something like that because it looks like space. I wouldn't not that I wouldn't be mindful of what they're doing, but like it's a little more cafeteria atmosphere. So if they were, a little rambunctious or something, I would
Yeah.
feel comfortable. And then there's also a variety of food, which like the next time I'm going with a big group.
Yeah.
And so I think having the variety of food is a really good thing too.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, it looks like
There's lines to get in.
there's. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's going to be like that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
But I think that's great to have something like that.
if I can, I'll do like a walkthrough for you guys and send it to you, and maybe get a
That'd
picture.
be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like even a video or something to post online.
Oh, for sure. Yep. All right. Next news item is Space Mountain Queue at Disneyland gets new themed lampposts.
Woohoo!
Yeah, the poles are gray with hexagonal pattern of cutouts in the center, revealing a dark blue color beneath. Large circular lights stick out of the top at an angle, shining down on the queue. The lampposts all still sit in construction boxes, indicating work isn't yet complete. So there's just pictures here of lampposts, basically, that are themed towards Space Mountain. I don't know. Udi's making some sort of noises. What's up? Udi's not a fan.
No, I mean, not that I'm not a fan. They look fine. They look cool, but really, lampposts? That's it, huh?
Oh, you're saying money could have been better well spent?
Oh, yeah.
Do they need lampposts in the future
Apparently.
of 1986?
Well, no, we're not going to have a sun anymore. Remember that. We're all going to be dead anyway.
Well,
No,
they're saying, well, this is what makes Disneyland special, is they go to crazy themes.
I don't.
You do care about
I
them.
don't care. No. Comparing, revitalizing the land, or adding a few lampposts. You tell me which one's more important.
Yeah, I know what you
Okay,
said.
there we go. That's why.
Yeah.
They look cool. I'm not knocking how they look because they do look cool, but I don't care about it. I don't care about it. I echo Joy with the woo. Who cares?
Do you guys care about this? No. No.
I mean, if they want to add like a whole, throughout Tomorrowland where it's all one, cosmetic look, then whatever. But I'd rather them bring back, because getting older and getting more slower, bring back the freaking escalator back up to Space Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to walk all the way through Pizza Port and the Magic Theater and do bunches of switchbacks uphill in the snow both ways.
In the snow both ways.
No, I don't care.
Not a
I'm trying to picture what it like. It never seems not well lit up there.
No, it isn't.
that much.
It's
And
much-
it isn't like you're going to get lost.
no.
Where am I?
Yeah.
Well, like there might be times I want to get lost
Yeah, for sure.
from people by that time in the day.
Yeah.
But I think they look nice, though. The part I was confused on is they said the construction boxes, so those blue boxes are
On
going to
the-
leave.
At the base, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it kind of bugs me to put something out that's incomplete. Like, what would take so long that they have to leave a construction box?
Welcome to modern Disney construction.
Yeah. Well, probably they have to, no pun intended, they have to like check a bunch of boxes from different people to make sure things are
True.
done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
makes
keep it
sense. Yeah, so
behind-
not even their fault,
Then
maybe.
keep it behind a scrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad show. These are all the little things that point to bad show. It isn't one thing, it's a cumulative effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the scrim up with all the building, all that crap is what diminishes the overall look of the park. It's not just one thing ever.
Mhm.
Well, go ahead, Becky.
No, you go.
Well, I mean, my guess is, to Udi's point about these little things versus a whole Tomorrowland redo, I suspect if a Tomorrowland redo comes, Space Mountain is pretty much going to stay as is. I hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is no reason to go there. It's the rest of the land. Like, they have working componentry. We've been saying it for decades now. There are parts of the land that work really, really well. Don't play with that. The other 90% of it is what you need to work on.
Well, somebody kind of mentioned, it might have been Joey, of kind of like theming something throughout the whole land.
Yeah.
And I do like that. Like, if it's something that can eventually roll out to the whole land. But at this point, I would be shocked if I hear anything on Tomorrowland.
Well,
We're going to get to the predictions.
Okay,
well, I know-
sorry.
okay, well, I know what I want. I mean, in this day and age, right now we got guys trying to go to Mars, and I've been saying it for how long? This is what Tomorrowland needs to be about exploring space.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Hmm.
That's our next frontier. I don't care what people. That is it. We need to find more room off of this planet, and that is it. That is our future.
Yeah.
100 years, whatever, how long it could take, but that's it, man. Can you imagine?
Cannot.
I mean, you think about the and I'll just go on this tangent real quick, and then I'll back off. We had the space race back in the 50s, 60s, 50s.
Both.
You mean with like Sputnik and everything?
Yeah. You read back and you think about how energized the country was to get that done, and how everybody was like, yeah, we got to get this done. We're here again. We're at this point again. Just people aren't paying attention to it. There's not enough being drawn to it. Instead, they're trying to crap on the one guy who wants to do it, whatever. But we're still trying, and this could motivate and push everything in that direction. Like a positive outlook for the future. Like, we're going to expand humanity. We're not going to be sitting here and go like, I don't like you because you said this to me. You know, that kind of stupid crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it actually would be, like, I think if they did kind of go that route, it would pave the way for a lot, because they could actually go into, like, even movies that are more space related. That would be cool. Like, not a lame movie, but, like, actually something thoughtful that,
Like a movie like In
it
the
would pave the
Stars.
way for, like, new IP. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
for sure.
And I think that something like, well, like even going back to like the 50s, 60s, and then to jump to now, it's like something in a way it like kind of goes through time. Like everybody's kind of fascinated with that, with like space, and it's so unknown
Yeah.
that I think it like would have a lot of longevity.
Yep.
Even if we got somewhere,
Yep.
because there's so many places to get.
Yep.
Very good points.
Yeah.
We're talking more about the lamppost than I thought we were. But that's good. I like that. I like that discussion.
You know who I blame?
Yeah.
Joey.
It was my, when they asked the survey when you leave the park, what do we need more of? I'm like, Space Mountain needs more light posts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, wait. Joey Pittman said this? Like, get it done.
That's in our
Yeah.
budget. We can afford that.
All right. Well, speaking of
We can afford that. I don't need the one.
Speaking of Disneyland asking guests items, next news item is a bit interesting. Disney's surveying guests about including The Simpsons at theme parks. In a new survey, Disney asked guests about the Walt Disney Company's brands, franchises, and offerings, including The Simpsons. The answers include character meet and greets at the Disney theme parks, and new lands or attractions at the Disney theme parks. The Simpsons is not currently represented at Disney parks. The Simpson ride opened at Universal Florida and Universal Studios Hollywood in 2008, years before Disney acquired the property. Both Universal theme parks have Springfield lands around the rides, featuring themed shops and dining. Universal Studios Florida also has the ride Kang and Kudos, Twirl and Hurl. When Disney purchased 20th Century Fox and acquired The Simpsons, Universal said the deal would have no impact on our ride or our guest experience. Universal's contract allowing them to use The Simpsons was reported to last 20 years, meaning it could end in 2028. So there you go. Disney is asking guests basically how would they feel about Simpson characters, a meet and greet, a ride, or a land, or any combination thereof. Initial thoughts, Joey.
Rip up Toontown, make it Springfield.
You're okay with that?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like,
no,
oh
I'm
my
being
god.
serious.
It's just gonna confuse people.
Yeah.
Most people are surprised when they see Simpsons on Disney Plus, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't see where they would fit right now, but we got 40 years to build stuff around Anaheim, so we'll see where that goes. And but right now, I mean, they're fine at Universal.
Yeah.
And what they have at Universal is cool. It's small, but it's cool, but there's no reason to have it switch from there to Disneyland.
It fits there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits there. And, well, I guess, Universal would have to change because don't they have like a donut shop?
Yeah, they have Moe's Tavern. They got the police station.
Oh.
Quickie Mart.
The Quickie Mart. Yeah. So.
I mean, my initial thought is like stuff you would have to bleep out. I would not want it there. Not want it at Disneyland.
And I was totally joking, listeners, about Toontown. Toontown now is beautiful. What they did to it.
Yeah.
It looks great at night. So.
I think it's confusing too, and like, I don't know. It just, I guess maybe I could see it in like Hollywood Studios, if anywhere.
Oh, you mean in a Florida?
Yeah.
Oh,
in
for
Florida.
sure, it could fit there.
But, like, yeah, that's like where I could see it. But like, I have a problem with having something like that in the park that I wouldn't even let my kids watch it.
Oh, right.
That feels weird to me, but I mean, I guess there's other stuff like, I'm not gonna have them watch Deadpool, and I don't care that that's there. So, that's not really a good argument. It just, I don't know, something about it feels wrong to me.
Interesting take, and yeah, I don't disagree with that either. But I agree with you. I think if it was going to go anywhere, Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida, I mean, they could bury it there somewhere, and check that box and go, we have The Simpsons if that's what they wanted to do. But in Disneyland, no, absolutely not even. There's not even a chance that's even going to go there.
Throw it on in Paris or a cruise ship or something.
Yeah, if you're really that bent about getting this in the parks, go somewhere other than Anaheim, because it doesn't fit anywhere here in Anaheim. No. Not even any stretch of imagination would this fit.
Yeah, and I love The Simpsons, but it doesn't fit
Yeah, it's not
anywhere
even like
in the
a
resort.
knock against The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's just like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, but it also did make me think, are they trying to make DCA more of that, like a Hollywood Studios-ish type park?
I hope not.
Because if they're going to add Avatar... Like, I don't know. I did start to think that, but I don't picture that here. And also, I don't understand, like, why can't they own the rights to it, but it stay at Universal?
They would conceivably make more money by licensing it out.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with Tower of Terror.
Yep.
Or Spider-Man, right? For a while?
Yeah. IP adventure.
Which I guess is, yeah.
And
But, like, oh, sorry.
No, go
Well, I
ahead.
was going to say, in Florida, there is a Spider-Man ride at that Universal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
And they have, like, Marvel stuff there.
Yep. Well. Here's the thing with them even hinting at this. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. One, I'm glad that they're asking people. I've always been a proponent.
True.
You guys know that about. Listen to Disney when they put out surveys. Fill them out. Let your opinion be known. But the flip to that is that this is Disney throwing spaghetti at a wall. This is how I feel. That they have very little idea of what they need to do, and they're just going, what do we do? Because that has been Disney MO now for what, 5 years probably? We're going to throw, and well, really it's been the Bob Iger strategy as of late. Throw spaghetti at the wall, and maybe one will stick. No, again, no, what you guys been saying. No knock against The Simpsons. I haven't watched an episode of The Simpsons in, I don't know, 8, 10 years because I don't care. It was a good show at a point, but it's like way overdone, and I'm over it. But it doesn't belong in the park. It doesn't fit thematically. It doesn't fit anywhere in any park. In any park, it belongs in. And this may sound like a knock, but it's how I feel. It's a B tier IP that needs to stay in a B tier park or theme. Anything in Disney is going to be has to be. It's not like, well, it should be. No, it has to be A level tier IP. Period.
Yeah.
The premium that we pay, the premium that people pay to go in there, it's everything A tier, A tier, A tier. Simpsons was A tier a decade ago. It is now B to C tier at best.
Yeah.
So no, don't.
Once Wizarding World went in, it dropped down the tier at Universal.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. If you really want to know Disney, go look at how the traffic is over there in Universal for anything Simpsons. I'm going to bet you dollars to donuts. It's not that high. It's an old IP. Enough with the old buying stuff. So this is why I get annoyed by this, because I think my exact remark when Mark shared it in our thread was, F that shite.
Yeah.
Well,
and I do think it has nostalgia, but not for not necessarily the Disney person. I feel like it's like a different. Not that it doesn't. I mean, like Tim he enjoys The Simpsons, but it's just a different vibe, altogether.
Yep.
Yeah, for the theme park though, even though the ride is dated, it's still like over an hour wait at Universal.
Jeez.
Well,
Which is crazy.
It can stay there. I mean,
but one thing that I know Jacob had said, I'm going to say this before I forget. Like when Udi was mentioning the surveys, one thing that kind of ruins me about surveys is when they're asking this, they're already working on something.
Of course,
in their
yeah.
head,
Oh,
so.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, which is what you would expect them to be doing anyways.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think they've got many contingencies. If this, then this. If this is there. I mean, I think this is what they get paid to do. I mean, if I was working there, that's what I would expect. Be like, hey, we got to have to plan for all sorts of things. And I bet you there's tons of conceptual art, but I don't. Again, this is in no way can this go into any park in California as far as the Disney stuff goes. Or any park period.
Actually, the only thing I think of that would actually fit at all in Anaheim area parks is California Adventure, and you have that little beer stand over there by Monsters Inc. and those bathrooms and stuff, where they usually have
in the
Miss
back
Marvel or Captain Marvel and stuff like that, meet and greets.
Yep.
I think if you, call me crazy, but I think if you wanted to theme that to like a Moe's Tavern or something like that, and you wanted somehow Simpsons in there, the only thing I can think of where it might fit, it would go with that area and stuff. It's the only thing I could think of.
Okay.
If you were to have something in the California parks.
Okay.
That's also pending, I guess, that area stays the same.
Yeah, because
Right.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Monsters Inc. and any of that stuff.
Yeah, and
over there.
Avatar.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
where that's going.
Well, and it's a good point. It is good when they're asking,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that that's something people are wanting. And I guess it kind of bugs me too that you're going for something. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish you'd work on something more creative that people actually want. The Disney fan actually wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or current,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or something that's more current. I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't seen the show, but I mean, I know Bluey's really popular. Throwing Bluey
Was
or
just
something.
gonna say that. I think that that's something people want, and it also makes sense because you have a fan here that their only experience of learning about Bluey is through the Disney Plus app. So it seems Disney because that's your experience of how you get the content here. You know what I mean? Like it just, and it's family, it works. It fits the vibe of what Disney is. Like Simpsons, it just seems like you're trying to take something that's been popular for, 30 years and now take it because you can.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. Like, I'd rather see, like, Mary Poppins something. I'd rather see, like,
Right.
I don't know, like something Tangled. Like there's
Real
so many
Disney.
other things that we can get that I think people actually want.
Again,
I don't know.
Again, the creative power in Disney has been greatly diminished, and when you see these kind of things, it's them not thinking proactively. It's all reactive,
Mhm.
and you fail when you react. You have a tendency to fail, and this is where we're at.
Yeah. And like Mufasa, I have not seen it. It seems like it's been like decently popular. Like I think that there's like a huge group of people that would love to see like Lion King or like I don't know, like there's so many things. And then you go into Mufasa, there are things that bring it to current and like also feel like a classic. I just don't know why you wouldn't go that route.
Yeah, the one-word review I got from Mufasa was cute, so I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, no, but you're right. At the end of the day, none of this stuff is true, in my opinion, true Disney. We can argue what true Disney is, but I think anybody who's I've been a fan of the park and Disney for a while knows when we say true Disney. So there are a million different things that would fit better than The Simpsons, and there should be no talk of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
We beat that one dead a little bit.
Yeah. Next news item, going back to Downtown Disney. This is odd that we're talking about this, but here we go. 3 new Downtown Disney stores coming to former ESPN zone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I knew this was coming up, and I didn't want to say anything.
And just for everybody, they don't. Jacob didn't know this. He
No.
doesn't have our notes.
Yeah.
Construction permits call for the Shuttered Sports Bar to be divided into 2 shops on the first floor and another on the second floor. The former ESPN zone on the west side of Downtown Disney will soon be home to 3 new storefronts as part of a $3.5 million conversion of the White Elephant building that has stood largely vacant and unused for the past 6 years. Commercial construction permits filed with Anaheim Planning and Building Department call for the Shuttered Sports Bar to be divided into 2 stores on the first floor and another on the second. Disney has not yet announced what the new tenants are, but that's what we've got going on. Permits have been filed. So what's it going to be?
I think I should be an Imagineer because that is my same idea.
I don't like that they used unused because where else have they been plastering Disney Plus banners
Oh, yeah, it's
of
true.
shows and
Yeah.
True.
And I could have sworn they've used the bottom floor for something, right?
It was they did like an Instagram photo op place.
Yeah, that's right. You could go in
It was
there.
like $30 for you to take pictures and
Gosh.
Insta models with their phone photographer boyfriends and stuff. So
Oh, really? Yeah, well, I'm curious to see what this is going to be. I would imagine it's going to be more retail and not. Oh, the second store I think could be interesting if they open it up. Maybe a mini ESPN zone.
No.
You know, this actually did remind me of something that a long time ago, whenever I think it was 2014, whenever I ran the full marathon at Disney World, I remember going to Disney Springs, and I don't know if it was a pop-up shop, but it was like a store that was all Run Disney stuff.
Oh,
So it might have been a pop-up, but I think something like that would do well too. Even though they do a lot more running events at Disney World, they're starting to add more here again, and I think there is a huge following of Run Disney people.
yeah.
And like when you go, you're wearing all themed. You know, like you're dressed in theme, you're bounding, but in running clothes. I think that something like a small shop like that would actually be pretty popular.
That's a smart idea.
You know?
I like it,
Yep.
yeah.
absolutely.
Booty doesn't like it.
No, he wants a Dixon.
No. I don't know. I've been Mark and I have been in that retail space for a while, and I don't know how well that would work there. I'm not saying that you couldn't try, but yeah. I think going back to it would be more an exclusive only shop would fit better. And then you could put Run Disney stuff in there for sure.
Well, even going
But
to
like
what
exclusive.
Yeah, and going to what Becky said earlier with golf, I mean, you got the Disney golf fans that would probably eat it up, and you got the Disney runners. So kind of do a little bit of both. The Disney sports store, which they used to have years ago
attire.
at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah.
How often do they have those marathons?
4 times a year, I believe. Right, Becky?
I think, and I know that they've added to the ones here. Like they added another one, and they added like yoga in the park with it. I'm pretty certain, like a couple of things like that. But like there is a website called Crowned Athletics, and you can get like all your bounding stuff, and it does sell out pretty fast, but it is geared more towards women. I don't know if I've seen men's clothing on it, but like you can pick what character you want to do, like Rapunzel, and like every outfit is kind of themed to that, like your running leggings or a running skirt. But I would be down for like sports, like athletic attire that I could actually work out in or play golf in, especially. Like I would love that.
Yeah, because you wouldn't just have to have it for a marathon or whatever and stuff. You could do it for whenever you're working out.
Right,
I mean,
or something
it's like
comfortable
their
to
whole
walk around
Disney
the park in.
Lululemons they're bringing out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, we will definitely keep an eye on that, see what's coming there. I think it's just not going to be in the restaurants. I think it's going to be retail.
All
Yeah.
retail.
I would like for them to utilize at least the small restaurant area, and which is downstairs. Then they got the whole front and side area where they used to do like interviews.
Yeah.
To make that like a store, then the whole upstairs could be like you guys said, another store or something.
Or maybe they could open the top up and make a like nice outdoor bar up there, which would fit.
Yeah.
Because you'd have this one being almost diagonal, or actually not diagonal, just straight across from this Parkside Market thing. Anyway, interesting stuff. Let's see. Last news item here is Disneyland closes 8 attractions after a busy Christmas season. The attraction refurbishments come as the winter holiday season comes to an end at the Disney parks. Let's see here. None of this is shocking because this is all pretty much typical. It's a Small World, Haunted Mansion, Disneyland Railroad, Disneyland Monorail, Mark Twain Riverboat, Grizzly River Run, Inside Out, Emotional Whirlwind, and Fantasmic will temporarily close in January as part of the standard refurbishment schedule at Disney and Disney California Adventure. Really, some of these are only closed for like a day and a half or 2 days. Or the Mark Twain's closed from January 6th to the 10th. That's actually tomorrow for this week. Let's see. Pixar Inside Out is going to be closed January 6th to the 23rd. The Disneyland Monorail is just going to close tomorrow. Actually, no. For an extended refurbishment that will run through at least mid-February. Actually, yeah, so that's tomorrow. Grizzly River Run is doing its normal maintenance. Haunted Mansion is going to get re-themed back to its original.
After a year and a half.
After a year and a half.
One thing that isn't on here that I did hear is the Jolly Holidays closing for a while.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Do tell.
I don't know that much about it, but I just know that it is going to be a while. I need to look more into it. Actually, my sister texted me right before we started recording, and she said it's like going to be down while we're there. That's like a place that we all love to eat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So she was disappointed. But yeah, I wonder what they're doing. Nobody knows.
I don't know what they're doing there.
My guess, just with the volume that they get there in a lot of the restaurants, but them in particular, maybe they're just updating or fixing whatever they use to cook.
True.
Because
maybe I'll look more into it and have an update the next show.
Yes,
because there's a lot of lines everywhere to eat, but Jolly Holiday is like usually a long line all day. So that's just my guess.
Yeah, it is pretty popular.
It looks like they're only going to be closed for 2 weeks.
Starting when?
When is it?
The 7th. It's all right. This week.
Wait, so they'll be open by
When you're there,
February?
Yeah. Yep.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, here, this is off of, what is this website? The Disney Food Blog.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
And it says Jolly Holiday Bakery in Disneyland Park will be closed January 7th, on January 7th. Beginning January 7th, the cafe is listed as closed for refurbishment.
Okay.
And temporarily unavailable. Disney has not announced when the dining location will reopen, but we can see that it has been closed but we see that it will be closed through at least the 14th. Oh,
Okay.
So it could be longer.
Of
Okay.
January?
So maybe.
Of the 14th?
Of January.
Okay.
So we'll just say 2 to 3 weeks, maybe the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my sister's pregnant, so this
Oh.
trip, I'm sure she's going to be wanting to have meet all her food cravings. So I hope that it's open.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that actually will wrap up the news, and then let's go to our predictions. But again, as I mentioned earlier, the randomizer was talking to me this morning, saying I need to talk today. I need to be on the show. So the randomizer, it's back. And again, actually, what is the randomizer, Udi?
The Infernal Machine. The randomizer is an infernal machine that likes to pop up when it wants, and it gives us 3 different attractions within both DCA and Disney proper. Randomly. And what it demands is from us before it will go away is you have to pick one to stay the same, change one, but you have to tell him or tell it how you're going to change it, and then blow one up.
That's
Get rid
it.
of one all the way through. Yep. Until everybody does that, it will not go away.
Will not go away. I mean, we in fact, we cannot go to the feature presentation until this is met. Yeah, I mean, so this could take like 5 hours. So
Sound like Rudy wanted to blow up the randomizer.
sometimes I do.
I do.
Sometimes I don't like the randomizer.
No.
But I'll list the top 3 attractions, and I will give you guys the choice if you want to reshuffle them.
No choices.
No? But the guests get to do it right.
No, they're both returned. They don't count.
Okay.
It's a new year.
All right. All right.
We don't hit a reset on the new year with that.
The top 3 attractions for the randomizer today are Jungle Cruise, Storybook Land Canal Boats,
Mm-hmm.
and across the Esplanade, Mater's Junkyard Jamboree.
Okay.
One must be kept as it is, one must be destroyed by the Empire, and one must be modified to your liking. There are no wrong answers here. This is just a funny experiment.
Just wrong opinions.
This is kind of a hard one.
It's hard. It's very hard.
I got mine.
Udi's got his. But as always, we will defer to the guests if they want to go first or they want Udi to go first. I usually end up going last.
Let's make Mark go first.
Yeah, we should.
I like that.
You never go first.
I never go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I just like to facilitate the conversation.
He's the one with the master control board. He goes last.
Yeah. If I'm going to go first, I'm going to say Mater's Junkyard Jamboree is going to be gone. Just gone. Just empty lot. Storybook Land Canal Boats can stay as it is. No more additions. No more special princess castles from princesses we don't really, no characters we don't relate to anymore. Just leave it as it is. Just keep it up to date. I mean, keep it manicured as I know they do.
Keep it maintained.
Keep it maintained. Jungle Cruise, yeah, I would love. In fact, I've talked about this before. I've had dreams where we're on the Jungle Cruise, or I am, and there's a whole new river or section that they just opened up. Like, oh, these bushes have just moved, and we can toggle these bushes back and forth. Think, what is this? So I would wish they would extend it over to Indiana Jones. Inside the temple, where you have that kinetic energy of different moving vehicles and all kinds of stuff going on, and the interaction with guests. It went on different rides, different attractions, I should say. And so that's what I want. I want another leg of the jungle to go into the Temple of the Forbidden Eye and just come back around.
That original concept art.
Yes, yes. So that's what my that's my yeah. Okay.
No Dwayne Johnson animatronic.
No.
Can we do the theme? The Nothing Else Matters.
Oh, the Metallica theme playing through.
I don't know. I'm not sure Disney's going to want to pay them for that royalties for that.
No, they paid them already to.
Yeah.
In the music.
Yeah, but continually playing at the park.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm for
They
it.
do it for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
It was 6 songs.
You're right. Yeah, that's a good point. I take it back. Maybe they would.
I think that'd be cool.
Okay. Well, who wants to go next? Who wants to challenge the randomizer?
Becky, go.
Okay, well, your response actually felt like perfect to me. I will be a little different in doing this because I felt like I could go two ways. That was one of them. Maders would be gone. Of course, I'll leave Jungle Cruise as is, and then Storybook. It's kind of difficult. But I guess I would like update it with anytime there is like a new good IP or good story to tell. But also, I would like want to do it holiday-ish. Like I would want to change it for the holidays and somehow like incorporate something with that. And forgive me because I haven't been on Storybook in a really long time actually. But I would also like incorporate something that is like specific to just a story of Walt Disney. I don't think they have that. Not that I remember. Do they? Anybody? I haven't been on in so long. But like something that like maybe how it ended would be just like this full circle moment of like I don't know, like Walt Disney sitting there on a park bench, like envisioning all this, like something like that.
That'd be cool.
I think what they do, and it depends on I don't know, what are they called, skippers or captains or whatever, but depending on the one you get, they usually, sometimes they'll mention that one that had the stained glass window and how the one Imagineer would say, oh, well, won't we just make it a sticker? And Walt's like, well, because he wanted a full miniature stained glass window.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, the audience won't know that. And, well, I will.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I like
sometimes they throw that in, but I mean, like I said, depends on the person running the boat. But I like that idea.
Okay. Good answer. Good answers. Now you three.
Top that.
Yeah, top that.
Well, I'll go. And what I say will probably not allow me to come back on the show.
Oh my gosh,
Again.
You're keeping Maders, aren't you?
So, get out of my brain. I am keeping Maders because you need it for Cars Land, which is an amazing land aesthetically. And I'm going to just, one thing that I've always wanted to fix on the Jungle Cruise and retweak is our backside of water is very lackluster, especially compared to the Magic Kingdom one. Oh my gosh! It's like the backside of like a sink.
Oh shoot! I should have thought about that.
And just a couple little touch-ups. I mean, I do like the added characters that they put in storyline. So I would throw, since I'm a big fan of like the SEA, Society of Explorers and Adventurers, I would like to throw even more references into the attraction. Which means, and I know that's not very popular on the show and in this hideaway, but I'm getting rid of Storybook Land. That would lead way for a much-needed Fantasyland expansion.
Yeah, I'm nodding my head. I mean, I'm not 100% against that because it's one of Walt's things. So I don't know if that's actually like protected. Like you can't do it, but
two of them are.
two of them are. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because it does make me feel sad, but also the expansion is hard to argue with.
Yeah, it is hard to argue with.
Because it'd be that whole expansion from Storybook, that whole backside leading into the theater.
The theater could go tonight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's like where the possible expansion could be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And imagine they took that out and then there's something Tangled. Like we get that Tangled ride we saw at Disney Springs.
Yep.
Is it Disney Springs?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fantasy Spring. Or
Fantasy Springs, yeah.
Or, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Mine Coaster. Something back there. Huh. Okay. Well.
And like Goody said, adding Metallica's track from Jungle Cruise into the right.
Oh, yeah. I should have thought about the Magic Kingdom version because I was so blown away by that.
Yeah.
I remember I was on the boat going, what the hell? And I was like, what? I was like, and someone said, what? And I go, you guys have a actual tunnel.
Yeah.
We don't have a tunnel or a cave.
They have better ancient Cambodian Shriners in Florida.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Because I have no shame saying the Florida version is better than.
Oh, it
the
is, yeah.
Atlantis.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
But their water just barrows over the
Yep.
backside.
Yeah.
So,
Dare I say their Adventureland is better than ours?
yeah, and
Yeah.
they're getting a pirate bar, but
Yeah, they are getting pirate.
Oh yeah.
Jacob, talk to us.
Yeah, Mater's kaput.
Okay.
You're out of here. I don't care for it. I don't even think I've ridden it once. So yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I will keep Storybook. Storybook canals can stay.
Yeah.
And then if I was to change something on Jungle Cruise, I want Trader Sam back.
Oh,
He
yeah.
needs to come back.
yeah,
It was dumb to get rid of him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was.
It was, yeah. The reasonings are idiotic, and I
Right.
think it's stupid that he ever left. And
Right.
a lot of the other things that happened in that ride that they wanted to change for reasons.
Cultural sensitivity.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think it all needs to come back. And then yeah, that's probably what I would want to have changed back on the
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
agreed.
And
I don't
maybe
disagree.
start updating some of these jokes, and because some of these guys they don't know how to deliver. I was on it when I was on it, and then in November,
Yeah.
these guys were like dry, and yeah, it was pretty sad with how they kind of delivered their jokes and everything, and
Well, they got to do proper hiring process for not just like, hey, we're hiring for Jungle Cruise today.
yeah.
So get people that are actually
Yeah,
comfortable being on.
Yeah.
On
It needs
stage.
to be like
Yeah.
like actually that like finding like stage people like
Get actual
you know
comedians.
actors.
Like
Yeah.
up and comers
Yeah.
would be great.
Uh-huh.
You got to clean it up and stuff if you're gonna say if you're gonna start trying to use your own jokes or anything too. But
Well, even back in the day, they used to have the skipper stand up like on their own.
Oh,
like a lot of
yeah.
skippers would do that. But
wow,
and I
That's actually would be like kind of a cool show to have there.
mm-hmm.
Like in Adventureland somewhere is like have a show that's like skipper stand up. And you
Yeah.
go and it's just like a comedy show of skippers.
oh heck
yeah,
yeah,
you could do that at Tropical Hideaway.
Yeah.
that'd be sweet.
Well, I do know when the Jungle Cruise was offline for like 6 months, the skippers would be out in front just talking.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
Corey did that.
Corey did.
Interacted.
Speaking of that, not to go off tangent here because I know we have to have Udi's thing, but did you guys? I'm sure Joe has seen this, but I thought this was one of the most brilliant thing. It was when they had it was when they were offline. The Jungle Cruise skippers went through the Haunted Mansion
Oh yeah,
and just kind of like talked about the whole thing. I was like, oh my god, this is such a crazy mashup.
they were
Did you see that?
Oh,
Udi?
that's cool.
You
I
would
didn't
laugh,
see
yeah,
that.
guys. Like listeners, look for it on YouTube or something. It is brilliant.
And it was actually put out through Disney Parks.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, that's cool.
So they would have two skippers riding the doom buggies, and they were mic'd up and doing jokes going through the Haunted Mansion. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it is such a cool concept. All right, Udi, bring us home.
All right. So I'm gonna mirror the general sentiments about Maters. Okay. Yeah, it needs to go away. Well, in this trio, that one bites the bullet. Yeah, because it's a kid ride, 100%. Now, I was originally leaning to the whole changing Jungle Cruise, but you guys already beat that one to death. So I'm gonna go more where Becky is. So Jungle can remain.
Okay.
I like all the ideas that you guys did give out to improve it because I mentioned them before.
Yeah.
They're all great. Now, when it comes to Storybook, the only things you can really do are extend it a little bit and add more current princesses. That would be about it. And I really think that that's all you need to do. That ride or that attraction is a classic. Don't need to mess with classics too much. Hardly ever. The most you do is just update the IP and maintain it and keep that manicured to the nines. And that's all you need to do with Storybook. Just maybe go through and add more current princesses so you can tie that thread from all the way back in 1955 all the way through to now. That's usually the problem with the classic attractions that some people have when they start out, well, we need to get rid of them. Like, wait. Why don't you just make it connective with the past? That way we have that line all the way from there to now. I think there's too many things that don't do that right now. And the mentality within the corporate structure is, well, let's get rid of it because nobody goes to them like, well, why don't you just improve it and tie it? And therefore you have a lineage all the way through. That way the company goes another 100 years.
Yeah. You don't have to get rid of the past to put in
Correct.
current stuff. So
Yeah, we're not going to pull. We have to kill the past for the future. That nonsense. So anyway,
keep that away, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that what Kylo Ren said?
yeah.
I was gonna say one more thing with Jacobs with the Trader Sam's. I totally agree. I do like the stuff they put there, but it pisses me off that the monkeys are taking your picture and you don't get to get that picture.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
come
yeah.
on. That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
awesome.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yep. I totally agree. All right. Well, that was the randomizer, and I like to see what the next three would have been: King Arthur Carousel, David Crockett Explorer Canoes, and Space Mountain. Well, I'm sure we could have made a conversation about that. All right. Let's go.
Blowing up the canoes sounds very piratey.
Yes. Yes. If you could shoot at the canoes from the Fort Wilderness.
The Columbia.
Oh yeah. Oh man, what if they did that? Okay, every day one canoe is gonna get sunk by a cannonball.
Random.
Dude, I wonder how many people actually go on the canoes.
I might
Might be
actually
like
ride it
a
if that was the
Hunger
case.
Games version.
It's only 4 feet of water.
Yeah, as long as your tetanus shots all up to date, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's gonna end the news and the randomizer. So now let's go over to the feature presentation.
Here at the LTP, we know that you're always looking to plan your next Disneyland getaway. That's why our good friends at the Eden Rock Hotel are now offering a discount code to our listeners to offer you 30% off your next stay. That's right, 30%. It's huge savings. Go on to their website at EdenRockAnaheim.com, enter the code EdenMagic, that's EdenMagic, for 30% off your next stay.
All right, so this is our feature presentation, 2025. We have predictions of what we think is going to happen at the parks and what we want to happen. But and we're not going to say, oh, the ticket prices are going to increase or there's going to be frustration with Magic Keys.
What?
I have no answers now.
Speaking of that, Joey and I are the Magic Key holders here. Are you going to renew yours?
Oh yeah, yeah. It'll be in August, but yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he
Mine's
has
in April. Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yes. But I choose to.
Okay. Jacob, you don't have one currently.
I do not have one.
If they go on sale like next few months, is something you consider?
Like on sale, like cheaper?
No, if they go for sale. No, I don't think they're going to go any cheaper.
No, but you got to give blood.
Yeah. Probably not this year.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. Udi? What are you waiting for?
I want the park to correct.
Maybe they're waiting for you to show up.
No. Well, okay. Here's what I'm waiting for to get back into the Magic Key. We all know that the park has been lacking in overall maintenance and the value for what they keep on charging for. I feel like they keep on taking away than adding. So what I guess what I'm waiting for, the better way to put it is I'm waiting for a better hard signal from Disney corporate that they are redoubling their effort back into the parks and into Disneyland specifically.
Okay.
We've talked about it over the last year or two about how they've been, when they said we're going to reinvest $60 billion or whatever that number was, right? When you really look at that, it's not very much into the parks overall, and a lot of it was for overseas and cruise lines.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll find that. I have no argument about that. But what I do argue is that the lifeblood of the company are the two parks, the two domestic parks, and Disney as a whole has been not ignored, but been very much put on the back burner over the last couple of years.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm waiting for. When they finally begin to reprioritize into the parks in a substantial level, then to me that's a signal that Disney corporate finally has removed, or Bob Iger more specifically has finally removed his head from that dark place and realizing that the company lives and dies by those two parks. More so even, Florida. That is the biggest IP generator for the company, period. It beats everything. Cruise lines, other parks, merch, everything. It beats everything up. It's not even close.
And they utilize the cruise lines.
Correct.
Too.
Correct. So, to me, that's what I'm waiting for. Once I see that, then I'm looking at it going like, okay, you guys have finally figured out that us, the customer, is the important part, not your bottom line, not some ideological thread that you want to pull on, anything. All that other crap goes out the window when you reinvest in the parks and start giving us what we want. Higher quality, back to what you had even 5 years ago. I mean, in my dream scenario, it's 10 years ago. When you're delivering at that aspect at the park, then I know that the mandate has gone across it. That's going to begin going across the board. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay.
That being said, when we go into predictions,
All right.
we'll talk about it more.
Okay, cool. And Becky, you don't have a magic key either. So
No,
is that coming
I
up? Do you think that's something you might do this year?
And no,
Okay.
probably not. Of course, I mean, I wish that we would, but it just realistically, it really isn't the right time for us. Like Tim, of course, he has a hard time taking days off work since he's self-employed, and so we have to do a lot of weekends. And just the phase of where the kids are at, it's hard to get down there just for a weekend.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
So it really isn't the right time. But I do wish, I always wish that we will. And so I'm thankful, like, you guys post a lot of pictures and stuff like that when you go and send me some. So I appreciate that.
Okay.
What they need to do, and Udi can attest to this, is back in the AP days, they had the Great Pass, the Flex Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that was so good for, especially for us up here in Northern California, or even further away. But it is valuably priced, and it was the first thing where you had to make reservations.
Yep.
But it was also cool because if you made a reservation on a said Saturday, they would have these good to go days, which would be if Friday was open, you could go in on Friday, and if Saturday, so. But once they got rid, once they kind of went over to Magic Key and never brought that out, I thought that was a big mistake.
Yep, I totally agree with you.
I have often said before COVID, we would land Thursday night, we would have a reservation for Friday and Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we would go in the park on Thursday night for a couple because we had the good to go. The second we hit Friday, we made our reservation for Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
That worked almost like clockwork, and then we only went for like half a day on Sunday because we were flying back or driving, whatever it was. But we'd always have that good to go day right before, and so we would stretch a 2-day reservation into a 3-day with a half a day in there. What Disney was doing at that moment was giving us so much access to the park, we wanted to go. And when they go there, when you want to go, you go in there, and many people will spend money. That is really when I started getting into the whole fact of, like, even though you guys all know, and the joke is that I don't get merch, which I know, but the food part of it, I began to eat a lot more in the park. So it generated that whole level, and everybody that I'd see, the vast majority of the people, I know it's anecdotal, but would have merch in their carts, carrying merch, eating at the restaurants. Everything was full. The Starbucks line was constantly out the door. Things of that nature. So to me, having more access is always going to be better. So you're right, Joe. The second they took that away, I think we all kind of gave the proverbial, what the no.
Because even if you go like, ooh, it's a good to go day, I got something free.
Yep.
That wasn't part of the plan.
Right. And even if it wasn't that big of a deal, you were given you were given the feels, the good feels, like, oh, you felt gratitude for, like, hey, thank you.
I got extra.
Here's a good here's your little bit extra. Disney has now completely done a 180 on that. Now it's like, well, no, now you can't give an extra. In fact, in order to get anything that you had before, now I'm going to nickel you and dime you to get that before. So the value to what we've got now is the difference. So you're right, Joe. I mean, the second that went away, we all kind of went like, we all kind of held our breath like, uh-oh. And then that's why it's been like, I'm not going to go back yet, because they were in their prime in that moment with that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. There was more of a feel like you're getting something, and like it within that is not just you're getting something, but you're valued. And that's where I can see people having a difficult time, because now you're asking for more money. You're asking us to go less days, but we don't feel value with that.
And
It
that's
feels
a key
like
word.
Yeah.
Value?
yeah, like
Yeah.
a burden more so, you know?
Yeah, because I think we can all, as our lives go through, I mean, we're not going too deep into this, but when you work and you work hard, and whoever you work for and you work around, you can put up with a lot of crap. You can deal with a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things that aren't ideal, as long as you recognize that you're truly being valued for what you're doing. And it's like, hey,
Yeah.
we know this might be a little rough or this might be a little difficult, but we thank you, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart. Like, this is a huge thing. And Disney, to a large part, I feel like, has forgotten that about us Disney faithful, that we're the people that they should be throwing the most thank yous at, because we're the ones who continue to go to the park regardless of what they've done. And then not only that, spread the message of the park and try to, push people and kind of like, inspire them, like, let's go to the park, go to the park, go to the park, go to the park. And that, to me, the word of mouth aspect of it is invaluable, and I don't know why it feels like they've forgotten that. So that's true. I mean, it's actually true.
Well, that's like a really good point. I mean, we all know this because we're all friends because of the parks, essentially, and like meeting each other that way. But I know that there's so many times, like even at the gym, of meeting people just because they see I have on something Disney, or like I met somebody and she's just had a baby and she's like, oh, you always have Disney stuff. Whenever it's time, like I need to ask you questions about going. Like it really does spread like that. And you do have a lot. I mean, I'm wearing Disney now, but I will wear it on a daily basis. But I'm a nerd like that. But when you are going to the parks often, it is incentive to buy like the jackets, like the zip up that Jacob had last time. Like it is incentive to buy merch and wear it out. Like you're doing advertising for them, essentially.
Yep. Cannot disagree with anyone's take there. Okay. Well,
knowing that, Becky, now I'm going to start my own Disney shop. Kind of like, was it the people that just flippers? Not the flippers.
Resellers.
Oh, the resellers. I'm going to buy a $60 hoodie and sell it for $90 because of the efforts I made to walk through the park and use my discount.
And that's when Joey comes out to his car with slashed tires. What happened?
What happened here?
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, predictions. Actually, let me read a couple from the listeners first.
Yeah, they go first.
Oh, yeah, I'm curious what they said.
We didn't get to... Wait a minute. Oh, we didn't get too many. Tar Heel alum said, prices continue to rise as quality declines.
Tar Heel.
And then Fernando says, an announcement of a Tomorrowland refurb expected to start in 2052.
Oh, Fernando, miss you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going to start off with a hot take for my prediction.
Okay.
Is I think they will announce that Avatar will be delayed for Disneyland Forward, and Coco is going to go into the Hollywood backlot. I think that's my prediction.
Oh, okay.
Do you have like a basis of this, or just a feeling?
I call it common sense.
I just call it common sense. I mean, I'm reading the tea leaves, and I think they want to have something for 2028 for the Olympics, and I do agree with Udi on a lot of things, but this one specifically with. I know, Joey, you were at D23, and I'm very jealous that you were there. But anyways, what was announced by Josh Yamaro, there's no shovels in the ground going on right now. Which is what he said. Everything's confirmed. There's nothing going on whatsoever. I mean, there's no dirt being moved. If that were the case, we would see stuff lining up right now. We would see construction stuff being set up now. There's nothing going on.
Nothing.
And I don't think I really don't think they have a firm grip on what's going to happen with Coco and Avatar yet.
No.
And their design of putting Avatar is beyond the scope of what they can actually do there. It'd be much better in Disneyland Forward. So I think Coco is going to go, and it's going to be announced that that's what's going to take take place in DCA. That's my hot
Now,
take.
question.
Yeah.
So if they put Coco over there, do you think then they leave Monsters Inc.?
No,
No.
I
You
think
they
that's
take out Monsters Inc.
Yep.
and put Coco there?
Yep. I think that whole thing becomes a Coco Village, and it's going to be. Oh, what?
They'll try to probably put both.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
Kanto.
and Kanto.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that it would fit if they're still sticking with the California theme. You have to address that. You have to have something in there that showcases that particular culture, because it's crucial to California. That's just my opinion. And if I were part of TDA, I would say we need to be doing this and put Avatar Land, whatever it is, going to be in Disneyland Forward. So that's my hot take.
Well, if you change the name of DCA to Intellectual Property Adventure, that actually comes out IPA.
Yeah.
And then I'm totally down with that.
That's pretty funny. That's a pretty good take. Yeah, I'm sure.
I've been waiting 2 months to say that.
IPA.
Hold on to this joke.
Nice, dude. Nice.
He walked in the park and went like, "Hey," and he's like, "Joke, back pocket."
Yeah.
But an inside friend has said that there is actually shovels being in the ground for the last couple months, but it's not inside the park; it's behind it. They have been working on
Parking
the
lot.
no, well,
Getting rid of
they have been
Avengers
working on
thing?
the Avengers
Oh, yeah, yeah,
ride, but
okay.
it's just on the backside.
Yeah.
And they've been
Okay.
they've actually been digging and working on that for months.
Well, no, but
But I know what you're saying with Avatar. 'cause
Oh,
they never gave us a clear
yeah.
No.
explanation of where Avatar's going, where Coco's
Yeah.
going, but
Yeah, no, I agree with your hot take, and I've been, because I've been saying it for forever that Avatar will not go there. It will not go there. It will not go there. It will not go there. I'll say it until they prove me wrong. Then I won't believe it. All the blah 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 and talk. I'm like, no, because it doesn't work there. So it makes more sense because it just does for Coco to go there, and Avatar needs to be to do it properly. And again, I don't get why Bob Iger he will not let go of it. He will not let go of it, even though I don't know how many people are clamoring for Avatar. Okay, but I think more people would be clamoring for Tron, to be honest. And now with the new movie coming, would probably look more. This will be interesting. That's going to be interesting. Which movie performs better, the new Tron movie or the new Avatar movie? That is going to be interesting. I'm going to bet probably the Avatar, but.
does that mean we get 9 Inch Nails? at the theme park?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
But that being said, no, the shovels in the ground part of it is like, yeah, that makes sense because that's the one thing that they have delivered on. The one. I'm finding a difficult time to think of anything else that they have said that they're going to do that they're doing. The shovels in the ground are shovels ready projects. The only two are the ones in DCA as far as the Avengers Campus, and it makes sense because they literally have the room. Everything that I've been hearing as far as Florida, the whole, getting rid of half of the rivers of America, all that, it's falling by the wayside.
What about, have they started taking out Muppets to put in
No.
Monsters Inc. or no?
Oh, you mean over in Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
I heard that is starting either late spring, early summer.
Okay.
So shovels on the ground. So how many months has it been since DCA, Joe?
August,
Okay.
early August.
Yeah. So 4 months coming up and nothing. This is it. So my whole point going back to it is that when it comes to Disney, sadly, we have to, anything they say they're going to do, we have to look at it with a side eye because they've been so under-delivering now for a while. So I agree with your hot take 100%. We will get something, and my prediction is that we are going to get something for Disney Forward. But I'm also going to say that it's also going to be highly underwhelming and not that much. Because
You mean they're going to announce something?
yeah, they're going to say, well, this is what we're going to do. And then you've got to look at it with the side eye, go like, are you really? And then whatever they do say is going to be meh at best. Wah, wah. Like, okay, that's it. Sweet. So that, I mean, because again, I don't think they've got a solid plan in line. So
Well, granted, they're not going to throw up a bunch of walls and scrim during the holidays, too. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's going to be happening as we get, even though they're getting ready to do the 70th. But that's I think we will see movement over the next couple months, because as you know, in jobs that you gotta wait for
you gotta wait.
paperwork and all that stuff to get planned and stuff. So
Oh yeah, no, I talk about it often. That looking at like how something needs to get built, but I've also noticed that they take their own sweet time at it. There's no way some of the things like I'll go with the carriage house. That took 6 months to build. One freaking building. Get out of here. I did like I kept on saying. We did 5 in 7.
And it doesn't even look that great, to be honest with you. I was like,
when a crew of people go in there and we can build 5 buildings livable, like with code that have higher code for living. In 6 months, we built 5 buildings, man. Done, finished, out the door. Maybe 6 months, out the door, ready to go for people to move into. You tell me you can't build one carriage house? I know how that goes. Joey, you know how that goes.
Luckily, Disney can afford to we'll take our time.
Well, no, but that's.
But I know what you guys are saying.
It should be the other way. It needs to be like we need to hurry up and we need to get these projects done properly. I think the planning or lack of would be the better way to put it is on full display right now, and has been for a hot minute.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll start off with the bad stuff. Yeah.
okay.
Well, even if whatever they do predict for the future and stuff, and if they want to have something done by the time that the Olympics come to LA, it may be available for people to go to and stuff like that, but nothing's going to be ready. Just like how Star Wars, nothing was officially fully ready for us. I mean, they had one ride, but you had a whole nother ride that was even better that probably should have been done first.
Yeah.
So whether it's Coco, whether it's Avatar, whichever one they're gonna work on and have at least set up and done and ready to be at least walk through, there's probably not going to be anything available to do in there by the time the Olympics come.
3 years,
3 years.
3.5 years, I guess now, because it's summer.
Just from seeing how they do stuff as of late.
Okay.
That's my prediction. That's I guess not just for this year, but.
So your prediction is whatever they announce, and that's not going to be ready for 2028?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think it's going to be ready as far as the land is there and you can walk through it, but you can't actually do anything in it.
Exactly. I mean, they'll have merch probably to buy in there, whichever one is ready.
And perfect reason why they've been expanding downtown Disney for the people that can't get into the parks. They got all these restaurants and shops.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what they're trying to do, and you can give them credit for that, is they're trying to, which it wasn't in the past. It was a destination place anyway, but they're trying to amplify that and amplify it in a way that is beneficiary for them because it brings in money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only whatever you're going to do with World of Disney and all that, their merch alone, but then you also have the rent. I am incredibly curious what they're charging per square foot for rent over there. It's got to be crazy high.
Yeah.
Crazy high. So not only that, so you have people coming in, you're increasing traffic, and have more people coming in. So what they're doing in downtown Disney right now is incredibly good. I think that whoever is in charge of this project has got their hat, on and their head screwed on straight. They're actually looking at it and being really, now it took them a little bit, but now it looks like they have their clear plan and they're moving forward with it well. And they're all the moves, I can't think of one other than keeping around Earl's Sandwich. Other than that, they're all good. I mean, I can't think of one thing that I've been like, really? You're going to do that? Yeah. Really? Like everything has been great.
And it's actually
Jazz Kitchen Express.
Yeah. Well, and it's actually getting back to a place where I want to get there early on the day, our travel day, because I actually want to go again, which is how it used to be for me. But then there's been a time period where it's kind of I don't care if we get there in time to actually do anything, but it's getting back there for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back to the parks, I mean, right?
Well, no, downtown Disney.
Oh, downtown.
Well, I mean, to downtown. I mean, and I always want to go to the parks, but just where it's oh, no, I don't want to eat on the way. I want to wait and eat at Black Tap, or I want to wait and try one of the new Korean restaurant, that sort of thing. It's getting back to that feel for me.
Nice. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, predictions from someone else.
I'll have a few that pop up, but I got a smaller tier one, and it's kind of going back to Magic Key holders. But it could be kind of I'm trying to get, it's both positive and negative, but we talked about, and Becky mentioned value, well, where Magic Key holders will start getting a little bit more value like they did with the annual passes where they actually have special things just for Magic Key holders.
Yeah.
They stopped doing that, and you get like a pair of $4 sunglasses or
a tote bag
or something, but they'll actually have, like, back in the day they had an event where, me and my niece go to, we had to stick the ticket in the Fast Pass machine, and you got the Fast Pass, but then another ticket popped out, and join us in a month for a special Glow with the Show Roll to Color. And so we did it. You just had to register, and then they gave everybody the light up ears.
Oh, wow.
And
cool.
so stuff like that, and they would have like special screenings of movies back in the Big Thunder Barbecue, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but they haven't done that in a long time, and they're starting to do that with special events. Like the one I mentioned I'm going to is the Ducks Day at the park at the end of the month. That's a hockey team, and they have little games and shootouts and merch and food and stuff. And they did it last year, and it was a big hit. So we're doing it this year. But and I'm kind of jumping towards Universal because this kind of goes where Udi mentioned, where if you're trying to catch up, you're not doing a good job. But they need to catch up because Universal's throwing a bunch of cool events, exclusive events for their annual passes. They get if you get the platinum tier, which is still way cheaper than the high tier for Disney, you get a free ticket to Hollywood Horror Nights. So if Disney offered that, where you get to choose Oogie Boogie a night or one of the After Dark events, which are incredibly expensive, that'd be a nice value for your high value, your high tier.
Right.
So, but I think Disneyland is starting to slowly roll that out and kind of offering more options and more valued things for Magic Key holders.
That's cool.
So you predict they're going to announce something like that this year?
That they're going to keep just leaning in the green.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to offer straight up Oogie Boogie tickets yet.
No.
But they're leaning to like, hey, here's a special, preview of, I'll just say, the Walt Disney,
animatronic
Lincoln thing.
Yeah.
For Magic Key holders. Or here's a special, we're going to do a thing inside the Hyperion, which is here's a screening of whatever movie's coming out. Just stuff leaning towards better value to a Magic Key, like they did in the past.
And I agree with that, and because I think the one positive thing that I have been feeling now for a little while, and I've been saying that I'm more and more white-pilled about the direction of the company. And I think that if you're paying attention to the IPs that are coming out, a lot of the things that they have been altering and moving around, to me is a signal that they're finally like, okay, we can't continue down the road we've been on.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones is what they did with the cartoon. What was that one coming out for Pixar?
Lilo and Stitch.
No. It was a series, like Win or Lose or whatever it was.
Oh, the like softball one.
Yeah. And I'm not going to go into it because, the storylines that they removed out of there, I think those are signs that like, hey, we're not trying to, denigrate anyone, but we also recognize that there's some people who just aren't comfortable with what we're trying to do. And I think to me, the more that Disney recognizes these things, that you need to come more to the middle, where the vast majority of people, no matter where you stand ideologically, politically, even with IPs and what you do for fun, Disney was always in the middle. You had, and this is why we love the park, and we've said it over and over and over and over again. We can disagree with so many things, but the second we go into the park, like at this table right here, we all have similar views, but we will disagree on things from one or the aspect, one from the other or whatever. But when we walk into the park, what are we at? We're at the park, and we're all connecting with the park. So Disney is now recognizing that again, slowly but surely, and saying we need to become what we were in the past. So that is one sign. The fact that Joey brought that up, because I have been seeing that too, that they're starting to throw more little AP things. They tried to do that with TBA. Like, for AP holders, they cast preview and AP holder preview. There you go. And I think that's a good thing. I think those are signs that we're starting to come back and recognize that we. What was that?
Was that from you, Becky?
Yeah, a motorcycle just went by.
Wow. But
GTA.
Yeah. But yeah, that is what it is. That's the positive, and that's my prediction for this year is that we're going to get a lot more things where Disney is turning back to where we were 5 years ago, turning back away from the potentiality of people being annoyed, and some people will get mad at that, but to me, I'm like, no, we need to reconnect with what unites us more, and these fundamental things, whatever you feel like about this niche topic, okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. I'm not going to argue that, but let's create a place where we can all come and have fun and join together.
Stay neutral.
Yeah. Like
That's what I want.
Keep the political and the cultural and all that other crap that has been a divider over the last 8 to 10 years. How about we get rid of that and create a place where we can all come together, which Disney has always been. But I really think that they are turning. I really feel like they've kind of seen that, and they've been forced because I think monetarily, without going onto that jag, I think they've been hurt pretty hard in many aspects in every division of the company where they have to been like, okay, we can't mess around with this anymore.
I mean, it shows, not just in the parks, in the movies, in the shows, in their merchandise, everything. It shows, and that's why a lot of their stuff just was tanking and doing so terribly.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, Disney has always been a family-oriented company.
Yeah.
And when they begin to fall away from their roots, many companies have done that. They pull away from from their people who got them there, and then they fall apart. That happened, and it will continue to happen. But Disney can't do that anymore. They can't do that anymore. So, the other thing that I think is going to happen is I think we're finally going to get a successor to Iger. I think that is in the books for this year. I'm going to say more towards the end of the year, when we'll get a final really, like, this is the person that's going to take over. I don't think it's going to be
JPEG?
No. But you want to know something? I would welcome JPEG right now. As much as people would be like, what? Yeah, no, I would. And the reason why is because you can argue a lot about Chapek, and he, by no stretch of the imagination, am I a super fan of Bob Chapek. I'm not. But what he can do is realign the company to a point where he's going to care about making money. And when they care about making money, they're going to do what fans want because that's where the money lies. So you can argue that because, Chapek introduced a lot of bad things that are just, oh my God, annoying and no. But they need somebody who is willing to fiscally hold the company, its fiscal health above everything. Because, again, when that company is healthy, we get more Disney. Yeah. And in order for it to be good, it has to be good to get more Disney. Yeah. It's hand in hand. So for people, it's like, we want good Disney. It's like, okay, good, but we also know that it needs to be, people need to connect with that. So that it just goes hand in hand. More good Disney, more money. More good Disney, more money. That's what they've been doing.
It's just Chapek would be cutting too many quarters again.
Well, no, but the thing is though, this is what I'm saying. That's where you have that balance of because Chapek, like I go back to it, was like he's the devil we needed during coming out of COVID. I don't want to. But he doesn't need to. I mean, like I said, Bob Iger coming back was the worst thing ever. But I'm hoping that they finally get an individual that has that in mind. Like, we need to restore Disney because when we restore Disney to what they were, we were making a lot of money.
Well, and I've been saying, and when Disney Company was at its best, they had a team of two. They had Walt and Roy. They had the vision and the money.
Yep.
And then they had Frank Wells and Michael Eisner.
Correct.
The vision and the money.
Correct.
Yep.
And
they need that again.
And Iger, I would say Iger was that rarity that was good to do it as one person in his initial run.
In the first 5 years, maybe.
But then he was trying to get out, and that's a whole another show.
Yeah.
But I think they are. I mean, they have been working on the successor, but I still think it's got to be a team of.
I agree.
The company's too big to be one person.
I agree.
It's like a checks and balance.
Exactly.
I think. Yeah.
Looking back at it, would have been the good team? Iger and Chapek.
Would have been, yeah.
Would have been a good team.
That would have been a good team.
But Iger's ego got in the way of that, 100%. Like when you read that article put out by the New York Times about what happened there, again, guys, if you go find it, it was a fascinating read.
Yep.
Fascinating read, and we covered it on the show. But that would have been a good pairing. If they would have been able to put their egos aside, both of them, and worked for the betterment of the company and the customers, Disney would be in a far better place than they are right now.
Yeah, I always thought that would be.
Yeah, I think too. Yeah, with Iger, it's like he got kind of so far away from the company and more like him as the head of it, and like wanting to save graces with like political friends and those things. And I don't think that's what you want. I mean, there's going to be some of that trickle through because you are a CEO of a major company, but I think like you have to have somebody who can like step away from that and not bring that into the company itself, not into the company that we see. Like maybe there's that in the company, like with employees and stuff. I don't think that that's good either, but like the company that we all see, like you just can't blend that in.
Yeah. And that is why repeatedly I've been saying over months is like, we just need to remind everybody this is Disneyland, not Igerland. Right? And I think Bob Iger got way too caught up in his own, what's the word I'm looking for? Legacy. And didn't think about it. So, well, not to rehash that, not to go back in that, but yeah. But I really think, going back to the prediction, I think we will get that. And I think it's going to be somebody that we're not expecting. All the names have been floating out. I don't think it's going to be a single one of them. I think it's going to be somebody that no one's going to see coming. And it's going to be somebody that is going to try to bridge the gap of being not only inspirational and forward-thinking, but also being fiscally sound. And that's a difficult thing to find, definitely. And I don't know if I'm going to go that far and agree with Joe that it's going to be 2. I agree that it needs to be 2.
I agree with that, yeah.
I don't think it is, but I think it needs to.
I agree with that.
I agree, but I think we're going to get that. I think this year, end of year, we'll get a good, like, this is the successor, and hope, and it's going to be somebody that we're not expecting.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Who else has a prediction?
I got more.
Go ahead.
I'm like, I don't want to.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so here's the other thing we're going to get. I think we're going to finally get the removal of Kathleen Kennedy. I know I've been saying it, but that's going to go. I think Disney's gotten to a point where you can't. They just can't. And this goes with the whole realignment of the company. I think that Bob Iger. Okay, Kathleen Kennedy has cost the company a few $1 billion all by her lonesome. Billion with a B. Not million, billion. So I think that...
You mean in terms of like lost revenue?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So I think Kathleen Kennedy will finally, again, the replacement for that will be announced at some point this year too. I think Joe, when's her contract up? Was it up?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay, no, but
they extended it, but I don't think it was public.
It's
but
end of this year or is it next year?
I think this year.
I think it's this year. No, it's next year.
Next year, yeah.
It's next year. But I think she's going to be gone before then. I think it's going to happen again. And I think this is going to be the thing because we've talked about on the Amanda Show before about what's coming out. Like I think we were talking about that yesterday, right, Joe? That how many things have said they come out, or was the episode before, and nothing's come out. Like I know we've talked about that, and I've talked about that here. I think the track record for Lucasfilm has been abysmal. And I think, again, going back to the realignment and coming back to the sensible center is going to call for a new head of that company, a new president. And again, I have no idea. That's a comment. I have my wish list of people that I wish would take over, but I'm going to go back, and with the thought process is going to be somebody that we're not thinking about. It's not going to be Jon Favreau. It better not be Favreau because Favreau is much more creative, and it better, for everything that is holy, not be Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni, again, I don't think he is as good as I like him. I like a lot that he's done. I still have a lot of faith in him. but he's not as good as some people think he is. He's not. He's not Favreau. Favreau in that pair is the kingpin. He is the leader. He is the true visionary. Favreau is like a junior to him. 100%.
Going back to what you called Walt Disney and Roy Disney, you said it was the vision and the
money.
money. That
No, because
you don't think they could be that?
No, they can't because they're both visionaries. Favreau is very much a director, and I mean Joey knows this too.
Yeah,
is his acting chops, understanding acting, but then also being a visionary enough with technology and things like that to push story forward. So he is 100% a creative, 100% a creative with a technical lean, like George. He's more like George Lucas.
And I've mentioned this numerous times too, but if you watch a lot of his movies, special features, especially the like Jungle Book and Lion King and Mandalorian, he's like, this is stuff that would interest Walt Disney. Walt was he always, even Favreau goes back to Walt.
Yeah,
and a lot of the stuff, and like the technology they use for Jungle Book would be something like, hey, Walt's always looking for that next up. So
yeah, like I would love him from a directional point of view to be the studio head for Lucasfilm, but I don't think he would take it, and I don't think that he would do as good as he can because you'd want to get too invested. It's an infinitely bigger, broader job than directing a movie or a series or a franchise.
But if you had I totally agree, and he's who I would want too, even over Filoni, as much as we know Filoni's connection with George.
Yeah.
But if some kind of team, because you see what DC's doing with James Gunn and his partner, which I can't remember his name right now.
His name either. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like what they're doing is, in my opinion, what Lucasfilm should be doing. But you got to have that right duo, that right tandem.
Well, and you have evidence of Disney doing it with Marvel with the Russo brothers. Okay. What they did for, Captain America and what they're doing now. What are they directing now? What's the next one they're coming up with?
Well, they're doing the next two Avengers.
Right.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
They're coming back to
they're coming back to do it. So you have that ability.
Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Exactly. So
what's it called? Secret Wars?
And Doomsday.
Yeah, and Doomsday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Disney does have a lot of people in the stable, per se, that can work. We talked about this when we talk about it often on the Mando show about Bryce Dallas Howard, on how right there is a woman who is not only a legacy, but an incredible director, an incredible person, an incredible actor, just a good person who knows how to direct.
And the fans would be
go
behind it.
Bananas for it.
Yeah.
So I think the pieces are in place for Lucasfilm to have a historic comeback. The thing that is missing is its director, and that is where the commonality between all these. Because you look at Indy, right? Indy, the new movie, which I have yet to see, and I refuse to see because I don't care. I don't need to see, and I've said it before, I don't need to see deconstructed Indiana Jones. I don't care. But that was the choice of Kathleen Kennedy. Looking at how, other than the Mando, the reason the Mandalorian was so good is because she was literally outside of the creative process. She had nothing to do with season 1 and season 2. Nothing. Other than producer credit off to the side. And you see the quality of that. The second her hands started getting mixed into it by firing Gina Carano, blah, 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 you begin to see the unraveling of Star Wars. The second her hands get in there, it starts unraveling. So that's why, again,
Rushing Grogu's return.
Correct. That was 100% a fail. We loved it at the moment because we missed it, but it was a fail for overall.
We didn't even have a year.
Exactly. So that's my point. So my point is this. So that's why I keep on thinking that the smarter heads are beginning to prevail over in Disney corporate, and that's going to be another thing. Iger's going to go. Kathleen Kennedy's going to go. At least their announcements are going to be, replacements are coming in, or will be announced this year. And because I don't think Disney has a choice. Like the shareholders and the board, they don't have a choice anymore. At 80, paying a dividend is going to be huge, and getting back to fiscal responsibility is absolutely going to be the mandate for this year.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Any more?
Well, I have more of a lighthearted one.
Okay.
But
I don't want to hear it.
I think that we are going to get an announcement to get something Stitch. Like, I think because the movie is going to be like so popular right now,
I hope it is. I hope.
I think that we're like, I feel like they are going to go in that direction, but it's not going to be something, hopefully, like they had over at Magic Kingdom, of Stitch that was like, I remember I waited in line for, and it was like a total waste of my time. Like, I think that they're going to have something that like do it actually cool.
You didn't
And,
like the
some-
onion burp, did you?
No, did you like that?
It was
Did I
cute.
just insult you?
Not the burp, but it was cute. But I agree
I
with
mean,
you.
it's cute, but it wasn't like I think it's going to be something more fulfilling, like something more of a ride. Like even, I don't know, like a space situation in Tomorrowland. Like it's going to be something like that.
If they do a themed space mountain, like how they do with Hyperspace Mountain,
Nope.
For Stitch
and
Day.
do Stitch
Nope.
on 6/26.
Nope.
Yeah,
there's
for
60
Stitch Day.
Yeah.
Stitch Day is getting
Six-
popular.
Nope.
I mean,
So what I would like, since I already have, and I'm kind of going on what you said, Becky, since I already have a much superior shooter game at DCA with Toy Story Mania, replays Buzz Lightyear and make it a Stitch shooter.
Okay,
that
I
would be
did.
fun.
That
Yeah.
has literally crossed my mind
Yeah.
because it actually makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because
I
it would
agree.
not be a very hard refurb, but
no.
you also, it doesn't make sense for Buzz to be there.
No.
That is a game that like people like. It can do all the different generations. Like you get people in there, and then
yeah.
like you make it themed to Stitch. I think that that'd be actually pretty cool.
I'm gonna use that for the next randomizer.
Okay. Okay.
And you can replace that dated Buzz Lightyear animatronic in the queue with animated Stitch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got? Any other predictions?
Dude,
Well-
I'm still thinking you could do so much with that ride right now. Attraction.
With Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, you can make it a Stitch, Galactic, whatever. You can make it a Hero's Duty from Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh,
Like
Mhm.
Space
yeah,
Marines
that's
one. That
right.
would be pretty awesome. Shooting a bunch of bugs.
Which aren't they doing that in like Tokyo or something?
I
One
course
of the
they are.
overseas.
I think so. Tokyo gets all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think people would like that. Like Stitch is so popular.
Yeah, globally, and especially with the like you said with the live action coming out.
When is that supposed to come out? The summer?
Yeah, I think in May.
Or May?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blockbuster.
Why it's not
We
coming
actually
out on 626, I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's like a missed opportunity. Like just push it back a little bit. We actually have kind of a joke because my sister turned on Stitch for my oldest. And, you know, like Lilo has such an attitude and stuff. And so I had said, like, oh, I don't know if she should be watching this because she doesn't need, like, any more ideas and stuff. And my sister was just like, what? You're saying that I put on something inappropriate? And, like, she just thought it was the funniest thing that I thought that. But I'm like, well, when you're a parent, like, sometimes you start thinking about all these things. Like,
And now you tell her you'll find out.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you find out. Huh. You know, I like the idea of the Magic Key getting some more perks. I'm hoping that comes to fruition.
Well, I think something like that too would help a lot more people become a Magic Key. And
Well, they need to stop limiting that. Though.
Yeah.
I mean that's the first
Yeah.
step. Is just
yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing. When you do add stuff like that, it does generate money for them because you have people who, even if you gave, say, I think we're a ways away from like a free Oogie Boogie Pass, but let's use that as an example, or like one of the theme nights. When you're doing that, you now have people who maybe make an extra trip to the park to do that, not to mention you're buying food or you're thinking, well, I got this ticket for free. Like, I'm going to buy a shirt today. I'm going to buy merchandise. I'm going to buy Crocs. Like, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of...
right.
Yeah, because it's so hard to get those tickets. Anyways, that last year they already added that perk based on your tier of Magic Key. You get like the top tier. Gets the first. They'll open up the ticket sales on a Monday and then the next tier's on a Tuesday, then generals on a Wednesday. So like
Right.
and they're already doing that. So I mean, yeah, it's a perk of spending more money. But you're not. You guys all know the green line on the waiting to get through the site, and everybody that's gotten Oogie Boogie tickets or After Dark, based on the tiers, like, oh, I was only on there for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, rather than 2.5 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours.
Right.
So.
Well, and I do think because of what Universal is doing here and in Florida, like I do think it kind of pushes Disney to have to make some of those changes.
Yeah.
Not saying that they're going to lose people to Universal necessarily, but I do think it does take away like some people.
Mm.
Well, it will. It will 100% with Epic Universe opening. That is going to pull from the park. So my other prediction. This is why it all ties into what I've been talking about. Epic Universe will 100% have a very significant impact into park attendance in Florida. And I think with that is going to push Disney into reinvesting in these parks and pulling that people back. So that's another one of my predictions, that Disney's trying to be like nonchalant, like, oh, blah, 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 whatever. It's like, no, dude. It will 100%, looking at what they've been doing and what they're going to deliver on, what it looks like they're going to deliver on, it will 100% have an effect, and a very negative effect on the park, which already has been having diminished returns anyway. And this is just going to push it further. So I also predict probably some point this year, if not in the next year, you're going to see Disney lose its top tier as a theme park going. But I see that as a positive, even though it's a negative. But it will be positive in the long run.
Well, yeah, because I compare Epic Universe looks awesome.
Yeah,
it looks so cool.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, and I was kind of mentioned this on my show, like kind of going back, when we were growing up, we watched Disney cartoons. We watched Looney Tunes. We loved them both because even though we're watching the old syndicated ones, but it was Disney cartoons and Looney Tunes at their highest. They made each other better. They lit the fire under each other's butt, and I think that's what, once the Epic Universe happens, we're going to be playing catch up for a little bit. But a lot of those Imagineers that worked on it left during the Chapek regime. A lot of came back to Disney. And but and I'm hoping Epic Universe is a big success because it's going to light that fire under Disney Imagineering, going to come back, and us as the paying customer are going to reap the benefits. And so I guess, I guess that's another surprise.
I agree.
Prediction.
Nice. So no Tomorrowland news.
No.
I don't think so.
Nope.
The only Tomorrowland news would be they're changing Buzz to Stitch.
And new lampposts.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, and new lampposts. I would love to be wrong about that.
Yeah.
Coming this summer, lighted bushes. LED bushes.
Yes.
It's difficult because when you're trying to make predictions, you also can fall into that whole, like, this is my wish list.
It is so hard because you start thinking about that, and then they did announce a lot of what they have planned for next year recently. I do think that there are going to still be some surprises for the 70th.
Yeah,
I just can't put my finger on what they're going to be, but I think like it's going to go beyond just I don't know, a special popcorn bucket. Like I think there's going to be some bigger surprises mixed in there.
I sure hope so.
A sipper.
Yeah, a matching sipper.
But Udi mentioned this earlier too, with on how well Tron Ares is received. I think that would also depend on what they do with Tomorrowland in the future.
True.
Because as I love Legacy, I love Tron in general, and I know it's a little lackluster to a lot of people, but from what I've heard, people love the coaster and the area in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And
so that's something else, man.
Yeah, and I was there like a month before it opened, so I saw it lit up at night and everything, but it was like,
yeah, I did get to ride it at night, and I was just, it's something else, man.
Yeah, so, but with Ares coming out, and like I said, Legacy was mixed reviews when it first came out. I love that movie, yeah. So I think Tron Ares, because that'll take away. They did the light cycle because it was such a big hit in Singapore, Shanghai. One of those.
Shanghai.
There's no Singapore. Prediction: Disneyland Singapore. No, I'm just but to do something from the Neutron movie at Disneyland would be, I think, a pretty bold prediction based on the success of the movie, which I am hoping for, obviously.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too.
Interesting. Yeah. I think. Do you say something about more announcements for Disneyland Forward? Do you see that, Udi?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that they will begin to
Trickle out some stuff.
Yeah, and then they're all going to be very blasé and very vague.
Very high level stuff.
Very low tier. Well, we're going to put that in there, Beth.
Yeah, I think that they're going to do that around the 70th, like around that time, because I think that like it's going to be it's like a big moment with the 70th. It's going to be kind of blue sky-ish, but it gets people like already ready to plan their next big trips or like think about that upon being there.
Yeah, but I agree with that, but that is, here's the negative with that, is that they've been doing that already, and I think I think people are beginning to really get tired of it.
Well, I you know what? I'm going to agree with Becky because that's a perfect time to roll out stuff that they haven't announced yet. And when did they announce the actual stuff for the 70th on Walt's birthday and stuff? So during the 70th, the celebration, I could see where people getting excited about those kind of announcements, and kind of going like to the Disneyland Forward. I think we're actually going to finally see, movement work on the Eastern Entry
Eastway Gateway project.
Oh.
And that's going to affect what goes into like the Hollywood Studios area.
Yep.
The bus stops, everything gone.
I'm not convinced on that. Yet.
But they're going to do away because the vote that stopped it originally was all the businesses are going to lose money. Yeah. No, they're not. They're going to have the walkway. And it's going to be like on the Strip. There's stairs down to there. People are going to want to eat at McDonald's, not at Disneyland still.
100%. But this is why I'm iffy about that, because that is still a major thoroughfare for traffic and driving.
Yeah.
I don't know if that goes away. I don't know, because it becomes a logistical nightmare. How do you begin to move people in and out? Like, where are you going to redirect those people? And then are you going to overload one side of the park? Or that side of the park is already the major hub for people coming in. Already.
Which they did for the 98, the resort, all that redo.
Right.
So, but,
you can't
want to make an omelet.
Well, no, I know, but this is why I'm looking at it from a realistic point of view, is that you cannot just create a gateway and expect that to flow the same. They have to have a bigger idea in mind on how to move people, and a lot of people.
Well, because I think the actual the construction on the road and stuff would happen first, and this is just what I'm just visualizing in my head.
You're right.
But that would happen first, and so the main traffic would be from those Good Neighbor hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, since they already have that and the roads fixed and everything, then that's when the parking structure, the new transit area would be built. And it'd be then once that's open, then they already have the ready.
Well, yeah, and that's one thing that people need to realize is that the infrastructure part of it is the first steps, and I do agree with you that we're gonna see some movement into that, but it's gonna be for most people, it's gonna be really boring because it's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna reroute this road. I don't care. We got to put this bridge up. I don't care. We got to reroute that up power. I don't care. Like, we got to build it. We're gonna have to build a parking structure over here. We have to demo that and then build that over there. I don't care. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's the one that goes under downtown Disney? I still call it West.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
But that was completely closed when they made it dip under for such a long. But
So yeah. I mean,
it's going to be a mess, but
that's what I'm saying. We're going to get more announcements. It's going to be very very vague, and a lot of people are not going to care because it's going to be stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we will, but I still think we're going to get some announcement about IP.
We got an announcement about light posts.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, if that's how the year's starting off,
maybe
it can only get better from there.
And I think maybe they'll finally redo the Tomorrowland entrance they've been talking about for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Right. They look like they started off with it.
Yeah. I mean, that concept art poster's been there since before COVID, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys ever see a world where some of those Good Neighbor hotels they're talking about that we were just talking about, like become Disney
Yep.
hotels?
Yep.
I would love it, but I think for them to do that, it would have to be a brand new, and they would make
Like concept
yeah. So
or like demo from the ground up.
yeah, just to be from being at the value hotels at Disney World compared to being at some of those Good Neighbor hotels, they would have to just gut two of them that are next to each other, which I don't see them doing that because of the Good Neighbor. But if they got a lot of space at Toy Story lot for many things, even a new value hotel, I think would still be, because I love the value hotels at Disney World, so I would love that.
Yeah, me too.
At Disneyland, but I don't.
Yeah, I feel like there, it just offers such a variety for people because it's not just high end. You can still have that Disney experience, and like I've stayed at the value hotels and I enjoyed it. Like my experience was fantastic.
Are you guys talking about like Pop Century?
Like Pop Century, All Star.
I stayed at Art, and then I stayed at the one up the Port Orleans.
Oh.
The French Quarter.
Oh, that's a value hotel?
No, that was like a moderate, I think.
Oh, yeah, that one's pretty nice.
But I loved it. But you know what I will say? My room was the exact same setup as what I got at the value.
Jeez.
The exact same. Like it, other than the theming around it, but both of them had excellent restaurants. Both of them were, I was living Disney 24/7. I loved it. And they were more affordable.
Yeah.
Or at least the Art was.
Yeah, and then for value, like Art, there's like 3 tiers in the value. Art's the art of animation, for those not in the lingo, is the higher tier value, which sounds weird to say. Then Pop is like the middle tier, and then All Stars are kind of like the lower tier, which they just remodeled a bunch of them, and they look great. My niece works at one of them, I think Movies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
One of my coworkers just stayed at the All Star Sports, and had like a great experience.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah. I would enjoy seeing that.
Okay. Right on.
Because I think even from... I saw some fine print about when they did the California Adventure and Downtown Disney expansion. They were approved for like a certain amount of hotel rooms. And now...
Okay.
But they didn't obviously use all the room space for Grand Californian. So there's like still like... They're still approved for something like I'm just going to say like 500 to 600 room. Because they were going to build that hotel in front of Disneyland Hotel years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
And cluster everything over there. But I still see them doing that and making it a value. I'm agreeing with Becky on Wicked. I'm agreeing with Becky on the value hotels. But
nice.
But I don't think we would lose the Good Neighbor because I don't think they're...
No.
Disney
like you
standards.
just keep all of it. Yeah. I get that.
Okay. That's good.
I did have something come to mind, and now I'm forgetting what I was about to say.
Oh.
Let me think if I can remember. Like something had jogged in.
About hotels? No?
I think it was different than that.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
You'll remember as soon as we turn it off.
Exactly, yeah. And then I'll go talk to Tim about it.
Nothing's worse than like breaking news like the day after you record an episode.
Oh, I know. It happens. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, little prediction just popped up.
Oh.
Despite the controversy, I think the Walt animatronic will go over well.
Okay.
Or received well.
Yep. I think it will.
I like
too.
that.
It's going to be very similar to, totally different, but kind of the same. Sounds when they added the Disney characters to Small World, and Mary Bellaire's family was pissed that they were doing that.
Oh,
and
really?
It's When, at the time they're like, you can't. I mean, you're ruining her work. But
I think that would be like a nice legacy thing.
Exactly. No, and I love the addition of them. So so I think that same kind of controversy with like the whole Walt would turn in his gravestone kind of comments about an animatronic. I think it's going to be received really well. I know a lot of his family's like, we never approved of this happening. At D23, when they did like officially announce it, one of the grandsons was in the crowd, and they really focused on him. And they said, we've been working with a family. So, but families agree and disagree. But there are the ones that agree with it. Then there are the ones that don't. But I think it will be received very well.
My buddy listened to the last episode when you guys mentioned that and everything during the news, and he was actually excited about it. And because he's as much of a goer as Udi is, and once a year if that, but he was like, that would actually be really amazing. It would be, because they're going to do it well. They're not going to sit there and half-ass this or anything and make it look terrible and be bad on his name or anything on doing this, but they're going to do something that's going to look awesome. They're going to have stuff where it's going to, being him with all of his different speeches that he's ever had. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, it's going to be received well, and that was his first time hearing about it, too. So he was like, that actually sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with Joe, and going off of our last episode is because I think the overwhelming Disney faithful and people who are into Walt are gonna be happy. Are gonna accept it. Well, I know I'm excited to see it.
Oh, heck yeah.
And the fact that we still keep Lincoln too. I mean, the way that they're doing that is just incredible. There's, I know, like a lot of times when me and Udi would go, we'd watch Lincoln, we'd watch the Flag Retreat. It's because this is one of those things we were both grown up, raised.
You go do it
to do. So.
Yeah, and it's such an underrated thing. I feel like for people to go do like Lincoln, that also if it could bring people into there and see Walt Disney and then like see Lincoln, I feel like that adds value too.
Yep, for sure it does.
And just history.
Yeah, American history.
Are they keeping the Walt one just like for like a limited time?
I haven't heard. Really.
So the reason why it's taking so long, it's going to be just, I don't know how they're going to rotate.
Yeah.
But like, because they're putting in like this giant turntable stage,
right?
And that's how you're going to be able to switch. But the particulars really haven't been mentioned. They show the concept art, which looks great. Like Walt in his office. It looked amazing. But I haven't really heard the full like timing of everything.
I haven't either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sure during the 70th, it's going to be mostly the Walt show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to like when a new something comes out for Star Tours, it's just Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But now it's back to the, Jeopardy style, or not Jeopardy, but you know what I mean. The randomizer.
The randomizer.
Star Wars edition.
Star Wars edition. I don't know, just like kind of looking at the future. I mean, Disneyland is really setting their cards up for just like success after success after success. I mean, they're gonna have to be foolish to mess it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They could, but
and even people that are kind of like underwhelmed by the 70th that's been announced.
Yeah.
70's not a big. It is a big celebration.
75 is the one.
75 is the milestone. That's what they're really gonna. That's what I think what they're saving a lot of their big boom, big bada boom.
Oh,
for
I would.
You
That's
mean
a good point. Yeah.
to announce it or to have it ready?
No. To celebrate.
Yeah.
The people
So
are
like
for the
more
decoration.
like the 50th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be at that stage with the 50th celebration was just bonkers crazy.
Like a new fireworks show, a new parade, like those things.
Well, see, that stuff isn't going to move. I'm not going to go to the park for a new fireworks show.
No.
Because I will bet anybody any amount of money that if you ran like different like fireworks shows, no one knows what the difference is. Oh, this is like
yeah.
What?
Yes.
They do.
No, the 50th.
Oh my gosh.
I could hear that now and I could cry. I even used to have like when I would run with my iPad or my iPod like stuck on my arm, I literally had the show from Florida, like their whole fireworks show would just play as I ran.
Okay, you're talking about the audio, but if I'm standing there like in front of the castle and they go, oh no, actually it like the sequence was like the silver explosions and the green explosions.
Well, no
one's gonna know what the hell's going on.
No, not that, but like themed to the music.
Sure, yeah, that's all it different thing.
Yeah.
But like as far as like the colors of like explosions and styles of fireworks, no one knows what the hell's going on there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that.
If they
no.
tell you
Except
they are,
for
they're
like
like-
certain parts that are like interactive.
Yeah.
There's like fire at this, but yeah, no,
Sure.
I wouldn't know
Okay.
like the pattern.
But the 50th, yeah, totally, because I mean that one lasted through the 60th pretty much.
And it
Oh,
was so good.
that's
Joey,
what-
did you cry?
Maybe the first time I teared up a little bit.
Nope.
It's good.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm comfortable
Mark's
in my
like, yeah,
masculinity
no.
like Wicked and fireworks
Yeah.
shows.
For the people in the back, nope.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. If I heard that there's a new fireworks show, I would go for that.
Okay.
Well, that luckily we have five years to wait.
5 years to wait. Yeah.
But I mean, I'd want to go to the 75th.
No, there better be a
anyway.
whole lot more than a fireworks show for the 75th.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah.
Oh, special
like, I
popcorn
mean-
bucket, special churro.
A
And
5
sipper.
year, a 5 year in
And
the
sipper.
making. A 5 year in the making prediction. 75 is going to be huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Well, Coco better be online by then. Adventures
Yeah.
e-tickets should be in full swing.
Hot take. They won't be.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm
they
kidding.
have to be. I think they have to be.
I kid. No, they won't be.
The 2 Adventures rides will be
They will be.
open.
Does that test flight lab thing look good to you?
You know what? It did, and totally reminded me of they've had that patent since before the land was open.
A while.
Yeah.
Because they showed it off, and I totally forgot about it until they re-showed it as an Iron Man ride. That a lot of people assumed that was going to be the Spider-Man ride,
Right.
Because it looked like
Yep.
you'd be swinging,
Yeah.
and then that totally went. They went Midway Mania on Spider-Man. So
Dumb.
then when they popped it out, I was like, oh wait, that was a thing from 3 years ago. So it actually looks pretty cool from the and the test footage that they showed on the screen.
It just looks like it's a Kuka arm, right?
Kind of, but I don't even know what a Kuka arm is actually.
Well, no. You know what? You know what it is. I mean, you've been on that one at Universal.
Oh, yeah. It looks similar to the Harry Potter
Yeah.
Forbidden,
Yeah, that thing.
which is fun as hell.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I haven't been on it, but I mean, I've seen it enough to know what that is, and
But I think it's going to do more because, I mean, that one was a 4-passenger, and these ones look like 2, where I think it's going to actually spin around more.
God, what are the? I can have a tangent here, but if that's like a 2-seat, what is the load time going to be for that?
Good point. Yeah, who knows?
I mean, a 2-seater just seems like, we're going backwards, man.
Yeah.
But they need to get these. I mean, the way they are right now, they need to have focus on these large people eaters.
And yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Fluffy friendly. Well, you're tall, you're giant. So, well, to me,
No,
you're a giant.
not like for large people. Like that
large
fit a
amount,
lot
sorry.
of people. At
No.
one time.
I'm talking about like that could not large people. I'm talking about large amounts of people.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to say that way.
That was super offensive.
Oh, okay.
Just
Well,
kidding.
I'm gonna get a call from HR soon. So
No, but like something that I get what you mean, that like just can eat up a lot of people at one time.
yeah,
So-
yep.
And well, if it loads like the Universal one, which is it loads like Doom buggies and stuff, it's got the
Omnimover.
Omni Mover.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, I think, going to be an Omni Mover on steroids because it's going to have the slow loading, then it's going to take off.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think.
Oh, you're right. Because I'm not looking at the concept art, but that does sound like it looks like it's on a belt of some sort.
Yeah, and like I said, that's how the Harry Potter is you slow loading, but then it just
Okay.
You know.
All right. I'm gonna try it once and go. All right. Cool.
it's fun.
It's okay. Well, I think we've talked about 2025
Beyond.
and beyond enough. That should wrap up episode number 212 for us, the LTP.
First of the new year.
First of the new year, the 9th season. Again, listeners, check out our website for content, not content, but a way to connect with us and do support the show on there and buy T-shirts and Patreon stuff. Also, we're going to be paying attention. We got Thursday night coming up for LTP Lounge. We're going to start doing that again every other Thursday, I think is what we're going to be doing. So like 6:30 to 7:30 on our YouTube channel. I'm going to get the thing up and running. Okay, so our special guests today are Joey and Jacob. Joey, tell the listeners where they can find out more about you. And you've got like 18 different podcasts going on right now.
Geez. Well, I got a lot, and well, most of it is my main one's a Disney Universe podcast, and about just over a year ago, we kind of merged with good friends at Walt's Apartment, so we're on that network, and so that's I'm part of like 3 or 4 shows on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so check it out, Walt's Apartment, Disney Universe. And quick little plug, if you guys are in the Bakersfield area on the 18th, we will have a table at the annual MouseCon out there in Kern County Fairgrounds. And I think it's Kern.
Where's this?
Bakersfield, MouseCon in
Bakersfield.
Yeah,
that is Kern County out there, yeah.
So we'll be out there Saturday, the 18th of this month. And not doing like a after party or anything, but we will be hanging out at the local tiki bar, Tiki Co, downtown Bakersfield, which is safer than it sounds, but it's still no offense to anybody in the Bakersfield area.
Sure. All right, so they can reach out to you on your Disney Universe. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course me and Udi are back doing Mando Show episodes, so we're talking about Skeleton Crew, and right now, and then getting ready for Andor coming up in a couple months.
Well, a couple months for Andor. Yeah, that's going to be cool.
End of April.
April?
Oh, end of April it's coming back?
Yep.
Yeah, but we are planning shows in between.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
good.
Star Wars conversations, content, fun stuff, which you guys are always invited for.
Yep.
Becky, too, if you like Star Wars.
I would have a lot of input.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Okay, cool. And then Jacob.
I don't have any podcasts.
You don't?
But if you want to follow me,
West Coast Mafia?
Yes.
Sacramento Coast or Sacramento Mafia?
If you want to follow my anxiety with the upcoming playoffs coming up for football,
yeah,
you can either find me at Jacob Studer on Facebook, STUDER, or look me up on Instagram, CoolJerk003.
And he is a cool jerk.
Cool jerk.
If you want to talk Ghostbusters.
Yeah, if you want to talk Ghostbusters, and yeah.
That's a song by the Go-Go's, isn't it?
The Cool Jerk?
Yeah.
Well,
no. I think they do have a song called that, but that's not where you got it from.
That's not the one I got it from.
Okay.
Though. No, yeah.
I was like, no, it's Ray Parker Jr.
But Ghostbusters? No.
No. I think they have a song called Cool Jerk.
And Jacob's one of the best people I ever met on a Facebook Disney singles group.
Yes, that's how Joey and I met.
Sounds like there's a story there.
A Disney singles group, and it was...
No judging.
No judging.
That's cool. I didn't know that's how you guys met.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but...
Okay.
Joey.
It's just a funny topic.
Moving on. Udi, where can you be found?
I'm slowly backing away from that. You can find me on, like Joe mentioned, The Mando Show, and he already covered that. And then you can find me on my socials, which are mainly Instagram, and I do a little bit on Twixer, but not too much. There, it is HAXGOALIE, Goalie.
Awesome. Becky, where can you be found?
You can find me on Instagram at Becky_Weimer, BECKY_WEIMER. And can I also say happy birthday, Mark?
Oh, hey,
I know when,
you.
when people listen to this, it's going to be your birthday.
Yeah.
Or just after.
It will be, yep.
Yeah, and a new and we're adding a new Instagram account for her, which would be LTPHR. So anytime.
Yeah. If you have any complaints, please.
Oh, I'm thinking, we are? I'm like, what?
And if you're at Disneyland in February around Valentine's Day, you can find her at Jolly Holiday Bakery.
Yes, you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With all your complaints.
Yeah.
So what'd you say with what?
With all their complaints.
She will have the complaint box.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure. Well, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I'll be at the happiest place on earth for a couple of days.
Yay! I'm glad.
I'll post something on Monday. So when the show comes out.
All right.
Okay. And for listeners out there, you can send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com or follow us on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast, or just go to leavingtodaypodcast.com because all of our shows there, Our bios are on there. Our merchandise is on there, and a way to support the show is on there. Yes, thank you so much for spending time with us. It's a little bit longer than normal, but that's okay. Gives you guys something to do. Break it up into small sections. I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, thank you so much for spending time with us. We love you.
Love you too.
Thank you, Jacob. Adventures out there, and we will see you in the parks.
Bye.
Bye.
Go Bills.
See ya.
Sitting directly across from me, they're arguing over something, is Jacob.
Yo. Welcome to happy to be back. Oh my gosh.
I can take it. You want to take that?
I was so excited. I just didn't know how to.
You want to try that again?
Yeah, let's retake.
Okay.
Sure, it can't be any worse than your whiskey and Coke from yesterday morning. Think of a banana.
Does it help? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Always does. Every time. Don't ask me why. But you make me hot. It's so close, I can feel it. God, you're so slow.
Wow, these are smaller than I thought.
That's what she said. You're funny. Ow, that hurt. Don't make me smile like that. Ow.
I feel very earthy.
Right? On the floor. It's nice. I like it.
Snack break.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?